Alright. Welcome to anyone who's already tuned in. Welcome to anyone who's lurking. How are you doing? Welcome to me watching and sitting through the LGD versus EG finals. And we're watching the draft. Gonna be watching the 3 games here and making comments as I see it. And just doing general analysis. This is a first time watch of the grand finals. I want to see it because, you know, Dota grand finals still excite me quite a bit. So I just want to get a feel for what happened here. So far, we have a Phoenix, a Lion and a Timbersaw, and an Axe being picked. Good Mother banned, Puck banned, Nyx banned, Doom banned, Storm, and Leshrac removed. Nothing too surprising here. All of these are very strong heroes in my opinion currently. And besides, I always felt like Chinese teams were better at using Doom as a hero. So seeing Doom banned out doesn't surprise me either. Like, I don't know. There's something about Doom that's just like trademarked China. They play it good, man. What's up, Varus? What's up, that guy? So, continuing, we see DP banned out, and Ember banned out as well. Gonna speed it up a little bit. Let me see, do I have correct hotkeys here for spectator?
10 seconds remain. 5 seconds remain.
Strange, they don't work here. They should work here, but whatever. Speed up the draft a little bit.
It is Radiant's back.
I'm too lazy to Wikipedia the fun facts about the number 59.
I'm glad you are. Thank you, Grunk, for the resub. Thank you for 49 months. We see Ursa banned, Terrorblade banned, and a Racer pick from LGD. Good hero against Timbersaw. Can't say much else about that. It's just a really nice matchup. Pick Clockwork. Honestly, I wouldn't really want to be Clockwork in a game against Racer as well. They actually played a Hoodwink. Very elusive hero. Pretty good at pretty good running along the tree line and setting up the Sables as well, and very good with the Axe. Axe call into Hoodwink ulti is super easy to execute.
Radiant's turn to ban.
And we have Lina pick. Again, Lina, Lion. I never really fancy having Lina and Lion on the same draft. I know there are some things that are nice about it, but I just feel like the 2 heroes are too similar. The range at which they operate, the abilities that they have, there are too many similarities between those 2 heroes to me, where I feel I almost never get happy having the 2 of them. It's a bit like having, I don't know, Queen and Windrunner in the same team, or Queen and Puck in the same team even. It just feels strange. It doesn't really work that well. So far I would be favoring the LGD draft. Yes, you can double beam someone. That's true. That's true, but I still don't like it. Thank you, Grunk, for gifting a sub to Riken.
Radiant's turn to ban.
Void Spectre ban, and then Drow Ranger was banned out. Makes sense. Drow Ranger is very good against EG's heroes.
Turn to pick.
Arc Warden is banned out. Yeah, you guys struggle a bit against Arc Warden. Arc Warden is very good against Razor. Stopping him before he gets close can be done. Axe is kind of good against Arc Warden, but it's also hard. Nature's Prophet last pick. Kind of rounds out the lineup. They needed more tower push. They needed a bit more right clicking.
10 seconds.
Furion adds this for sure.
5 seconds.
Yeah, pretty well rounded, but like I said, I still don't really like having both Lina and Lion on the same team. That's my big drawback with this draft. And EG's draft doesn't look so easy to execute. It looks very easy to kill one hero for them. Like you hook shot, you go in, maybe Fury teleports, maybe Lion or Lina is close, and you can burst someone. But still it seems pretty difficult to take the fight on a grand scale. Whereas the teamfight ulti already, I mean, Phoenix ulti is the biggest teamfight spell in this draft so far by both teams. So Axe Call together with the Phoenix ulti is by far and away securing, in my opinion, that LGD have the stronger 5-man composition, and this is before they even had their last hero. Mind you, I have not seen these games at all, so I do not know. I didn't even look at what their final hero is. Just my impression here is that LGD are gonna be the ones who are stronger if they want to group as 5. As for split pushing, of course you have Fury on EG, very nice split push hero, but it's dangerous against Hoodwink. Hoodwink can catch you, and Axe is also a pretty good hero at punishing or just defending against Nature's Prophet. Or Sand King comes last, another massive teamfight ulti. Not just ulti, his burst strike is a fantastic teamfight spell. After seeing this, so this is a mid racer and a carry axe, I guess. Yep, for sure. Makes sense. The matchups are favoring LGD already, isn't it? Because I believe that Nature's Prophet will be matched up laning against Sand King, which is not really something he wants. You're gonna have a pretty good matchup if you put your Lina against the Razor. That one is actually favoring EG. But then you have Axe against Timbersaw, which is a volatile matchup. It can actually go either way. A little bit easier for Timbersaw overall, I guess, but also very easy to make a mistake and underestimate the spin damage when you play Timber.
Prepare for battle.
Much appreciated.
Okay, we have the speed now available. Very good. I'm gonna go free camera. I prefer my own camera perspectives. So let's check the items. We have boots first on Lion, wind days on Clockwork, 4 iron branches. Ooh, interesting to see the build on Ozzed mid. Okay, so it goes 4 iron branches and a fair fire. Very stat heavy. Wants to be competitive for last hits, but still wants to have his bottle early. I guess he can get his bottle before 2 minutes if he plays properly. That build. Axe Magic Stick start. Very smart if he's going to be laning against Timbersaw. The Sand King is now making his way top. We also have similar build on Racer, but he actually greeded 1 less Iron Branch. So this makes more sense to me, because I don't think I would be ending up placing and eating 2 Iron Branches. So I think I like Nothing to Say's build more, I would say. It looks like China is actually going for 3 runes here. Okay, they don't actually do it though. They were thinking about it, but a solo Lion just stands there, and yeah, they have to respect it because they didn't see anyone else anywhere. Top lane, we see Fury and Summoning, and they're gonna bully. So bully is when you go here. You can do it if your 2 heroes are stronger than the 2 enemy heroes. If you believe that you can keep them out of the lane. Creeps don't aggro at this point, so by just standing here, since Furion is extremely strong in level 1, they can try and keep them out. He's leaving his treants down there for a little bit to help the Clockwork zone out the Sand King. See how mid lane went first wave. Actually, Lina only got 1 last hit on the first 4 creeps, whereas the Razor still has to get the last hits. He got 2 denies. Nina got a deny. Okay, Razor so far not gonna do better, as he actually gets 0 out of the first 4, you could say. Technically not true since they're 2 range creep, but 1 melee creep already died. So pretty deny heavy and last hit low lane on mid. Might see Razor do decent against Lina, but This matchup is hard for Razor. It should be a Lina win. Abe is playing pretty good and aggressive, like what he's doing. He skilled the stun. Top with Clockwork, just bullying the Phoenix a little bit, but as for the 1v1, the Fury can last it pretty well on this lane. It should be easy for him. Against Sandstorm on low level, it's not hard for him to get a lot of denies. He wants to get the deny, but okay. So runes are spawning. Lion actually runs over and stacks and controls the bottom rune. So Lina takes the time to just stand mid. Razor's bottling up. Lina's bottle is very late. Oh my god. Wow. Did he just buy it late? No, that's the difference between buying 4 branches, I think. Because he was 1 last hit behind, but his bottle is so much later. And 1 more branch is technically more than 1 last hit on average. So because of this, his bottle arrives very late, and Razor even tries to contest the water rune. He does get it, but yeah, I think I like the 3 branches build more, especially if it becomes a deny heavy lane like that. So far we have pretty clean game for the Axe. He's looking fairly farmed, but Timber also doing pretty decent. I like how both of them have 0 denies. It's just been like bottom lane is the opposite of how mid lane is going, where a lot of last hits were missed on mid lane, a lot of last hits are gained on bottom lane. Like look at the mid laners, both are at 11 last hits, whereas 21 on the Axe. So he's really getting a lot. Sun King with 2 points in Sandstorm, and they get the sentry control. Clockwork can come in with the dust, but there's too many creeps, they can't kill. Also with Phoenix protecting, it would not end up well. And they're trying to put some damage onto the Axe, but they don't want to go for the Impale. Okay.
Money to burn.
Don't you think it's worth? Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe a little bit scared to go for the Impale there, but we have Razor contesting the bottom rune, but meanwhile the top rune is protected by the Clockwork. You don't want to dive in as a Phoenix here, because Clockwork presses Q and it stops your dive, so actually... Oh, he snags it, man. So yeah, he tried to protect the rune for his Lina, but the Phoenix actually manages to steal the water rune. That has a big impact for mid lane. It helps the Razor a little bit. Otherwise, he would be in a little bit of a, you know, not trouble, but he would be behind, I would say, in HP and resources. But right now, he's gonna hold up just fine. He also did go Raindrop, Magic Wand, and of course his bottle and Fairfire. So very regen and sustainability heavy. Axe is standing here waiting for the creeps to come. And this is what I mean, like, even though it's a strength hero versus Timbersaw, this matchup is not very easy for Axe, because the pure damage of counter Helix is extremely high. Right now they are opening up a bit with the rotations. They're trying to get something done together with their Lina, probably trying to play around their ulti with Lion. So she's making moves, but that makes bottom lane even more difficult for the Axe as they, or for the Axe for the Timber, as Ame is about to farm a stack. Oh, I still have the map cover. Yeah, sorry for that. We'll remove that, of course. Too many stream snipers these days. Stream sniping my analysis even. There is a stack and they pulled to it. Timbersaw wants to take the farm, but he doesn't quite have time as Axe is pushing lane. He's gonna have to go back and defend. Oh, the first real attempt at doing something. They missed the Lina stun, but they TP'd in here. This is gonna be pretty disastrous, I think. Maybe it's okay. No, it's not okay. They don't get him. Phoenix diving through. Clockwork with the DD rune, but nothing to hit. Nothing to say with a pretty nice juke there. He ran down and into this pocket area, dodging the Lina. And he's getting the most out of his ulti before going back to base. He's making sure that he farms a big camp. At 6 minutes, we have 50 last hits on the axe. Flying ahead in last hits here. He is 19 last hits ahead of his lane enemy, the Timbersaw. Almost level 7 before the Timbersaw is level 6 even. But there's a lot of experience with Timber now, so he's gonna get level 6. Oh, massive big camp stack here that Lina is contesting, and she wants to steal all of it. Maybe the Sanking is in time to secure it. A Razor comes in just in time as well. Lina got some of it, but ultimately a lot of those big creeps were going the way of Sanking and even Razor there. So they didn't really steal it. They committed quite a bit of resources. Now they had to TP Lina base, so that wasn't as successful as they wanted. And I like that was just their, you know, understanding that they would go and contest, because they didn't even have a ward there, I believe. They had this ward, they had a ward down here on the lane. They just knew that that big camp is in danger. Sanking is going for a Blink Dagger rush, not even going for Tranquils or Vanguard or anything else. He wants to get his Blink Dagger early and come online. He does have max points in a Sandstorm now, so that's pretty high DPS. Hoodwink has had a pretty silent game so far, but he's gonna go for points in the Bushwhack, of course. Being a support, you want to max Bushwhack and have 1 point Scurry. Might even go multiple points Scurry after the Bushwhack just for mobility. Since maxing Q is not necessarily the best for support, in my opinion. Now Timbersaw is starting to do Timbersaw things, so the timer is on. You want to do something during this. Either you want to go down there and defend, which rarely is the case, or you want to pressure and take a tower. So LGD, they are farming Axe a little bit more in jungle, and he went Vanguard, going into the Manta rush right after. He also finds the best possible neutral item, the Chipped Vest, the absolute god tier drop for an Axe player. And you see, these dire creeps here are just doing all the work, as Timbersaw is expertly staying within the attack range so that he tanks the tower fully. It's gonna be a massive wave bottom that someone has to farm. They could use it to get like level 6 on Hoodwink maybe. But more likely they're gonna send Axe down and take the farm. Yeah, Lina has got a pretty big lead now on the Razor. This is where Razor kinda is struggling as a mid hero, is that he does not flash farm nearly as good as Lina. And Razor giving a lot of respect to Lina here. He does not really see anyone, but he knows that Furion can TP in. And the Sprout into a Lina stun is dangerous, especially when you have no tangos. Furion tries to TP in bottom, but I mean, that is a Hoodwink. Hoodwink does not care about Sprouts, so that's a very good reason that they can be happy to have Hoodwink in this game. And it seems maybe Hoodwink is going to be getting all the farm bottom. Well, getting all the farm. Last thing as the tier 2 is difficult, but he gets a lot of experience. Very safe play overall by LGD. The way they're controlling less map right now, but they are still farming at a very respectable pace on their Axe by what they're doing. I would say they're controlling something like this part of the map, which is, you know, a very small amount of space. Not even that, since Clockwork is farming up here. I mean, it's more limited to like
Mr.
this
Waga.
right now.
Hope all is well. GLHF.
What's up, Lone Wolf? I hope all is well with you too. Thank you so much. Thank you for the resub, and yeah, I hope that you're doing well. We have a Smoke Gang rotation here. Smoked by Hoodwink and the Sand King. Phoenix probably wishes he was in the smoke, but he's not, so he's gonna have to be on standby. Clockwork is gonna be found. Pretty tanky hero, but they pop both ultis. They don't fuck around. They just want that kill. Sadly, Hoodwink with the ulti pushes himself into the Lion and Lina, so he quickly gets return killed by Abed, who almost landed a good stun there on Sanking. He has ulti, so it's extremely close. If that stun landed, 100% he would kill Sanking. Razor running away from the Timber Saw, who's getting a bit frisky. They want this mid tower. Mid tower is quite valuable for positional control, and since 2 ultis are down on the side of Radiant, or I should say LGD, it's very difficult for them to defend. They will try though. Without blink on Axe, they're still moving in here. Sand King blinks into stun, immediately gonna go down, I think. Or, oh, actually very good control there by Hoodwink. Wow, that was really nice. Holy shit. Okay, let me see that again. That was really good. That was really good. Lion is a bit of out position here, but Hoodwink gets a beautiful double stun. The Sunray is doing so much damage to Razor. Every single hero is just doing a bunch of work here for PSG LGD. And look at Razor moving up here to make sure this ulti has no chance to hit the range creep even anymore. Like, they optimized that perfectly, and they get 4 kills. And that was with them missing 2 ultis, by the way. Were they missing 2? I guess they weren't missing the sharpshooter anymore, but they were missing Zanking ulti, which is, I mean, a massive tool. And they didn't use Phoenix ulti, so they just destroyed the team fight without having to use either of their big 2 team fight spells. Okay, that's really, really bad indication for EG for what's to come in this game. I mean, that was a team fight they should be winning. I think a lot of it actually came down to the fact that Crit was in such an out of position there. He probably didn't expect they would defend. No Sand King ulti. I mean, they were all there on EG. It seemed like they were gonna get that tower much more easily, so he was pretty aggressively positioned, but he gets jumped, and from that point, they kind of just stacked up 3 heroes and all got brought down really fast. I like what Hoodwink is doing. Just play around the top lane. Just sit here. Make sure the lane is, you know, kind of pushing into a tower slowly but surely. And you're so hard to kill on Hoodwink here. He even uses his scurry to get in and plant on Observer Ward, so he sees if anyone is defending against him. He is trapped here for a little while, but he'll get out soon. And he pings up that, hey, there is a Clockwork up here. And he has backup coming. He has friends coming. The Manta is up on Axe now, so he's going to start farming faster. That's a 13-minute Manta style. Whew, that is fast. Yeah, this is a very good timing to have your Manta style. Axe has been flying ahead in farm here compared to the others. Do we have an item for Hoodwink? We have the Veil build coming up. Veil for him. Seems like Holy Locket is going to be the build for Phoenix. Clockwork trying to use his Invis here to maybe provide scouting information. I think they want to force TP's bottom and then maybe Clockwork catches someone. But at the same time, EG are not very actively making moves right now. He's like, there is a Phoenix here. We can kill him. He's probably calling to Furion. It's hard though. Phoenix can dive out. Oh my god, he passed out a sentry and sees the Clockwork is right on top of him, dude. Okay. He's gonna get out. That is a funny thing to see. Sand King kind of doing the same thing the Hoodwink was doing, just play around the tree line, push the side lanes a bit. So far, I mean, EG are ahead in towers taken. So map control wise, they're actually ahead, you could say. But still, you know, we have Ame farming up ancient stacks, and he's 9.4k gold, sending in his illusions to try and farm some camps in the enemy jungle too. This is what you can do on Axe. You just repeatedly send your illusions aggressively at the enemy. It will scout or get some farm from the enemy side of the map. It's really, really nice. Like, a lot of Manta heroes will get their Manta style and push lanes with it, but Axe is one of the heroes who can actually send his illusions in from Manta and clear jungle with it, which is quite useful. And we have Clockwork. A little bit stuck here. The attack speed reduction from Phoenix makes it so that he can't get out, and he missed his hook on his allies. A little bit of a panic moment, because there was actually not a single stun or anything on the Clockwork, and he just dies. If he just hooked onto a hero or the creep wave, but I think he panicked too much. He attempted, of course, to hook, but I mean, he had a hero nearby. He could easily just have stood still and said, hey, hook me, and he could have gone out. So I think he didn't expect to be in trouble there, and suddenly the attack speed slow makes you stuck in your own cogs, and you cannot get out. Yeah, I'm very happy to see, you know, carry Axe with Manta style, as I was playing this immediately when the patch came out. I'm happy to see people doing it, making me very proud. Once again, defining the meta, boys. Nice, they get the dunk with Axe. Clockwork trying to do something there, but ultimately his team not really interested in joining that fight. There was no way that AGHS was gonna join it, and for Fury to TP in there, TPing into big team fights without BKB. Like, he needs Black King Bar on RTC before he can really fight against these heroes. And even then, there's an Axe on the enemy team. So it doesn't feel good to rush BKB, but I think you need to do it, because Hoodwink, Phoenix, and Sand King, that's enough reason that you will need to get one.
Regeneration.
And we have a smoke rotation coming out from Lion, Lina, and that's a hard smoke to do, though. None of you really wanted to go in. Like, you're missing Clockwork in this smoke, which is why they're kind of immobilized now. If they had Clockwork in the smoke, they might have run down here and really looked for something, because Clock would go first, and then they just double ulti and stun. But it's a bit fragile to go in with Lina and Lion like this, so they end up just standing around, hoping that someone will come to them instead. But LGD are playing in a very natural, kind of flowy way. They make some aggressive moves, and they shoot out as a team every now and then. But outside of that, we've been farming very far back, actually. Very, very defensive farming patterns. Outside of when they group up and make moves, in which case they become the opposite. They become very aggressive, go into the outpost, or, you know, just play in a much more assertive way.
Gold is a great conductor.
Okay, we have initiation bottom, the blink, and there you go, that's the double ulti, you know. The combo. The one good thing about having Lina and Lion in the same team is that you can blow people up like that. Of course, with the blink dagger, you know, helps out. And he actually took the damage talent on Lion, so he'll have some damage despite having the Philosopher's Stone. Top lane, Timbersaw trying to push the Axe around a little bit. And he does some damage, but they can just chain stun. Look, he calls him, Hoodwink locks him. And Hoodwink did go for the Max Scurry build, yeah. It makes a lot of sense, that's the best build for sure. Axe is just so far ahead in farm that he's sitting here waiting for the shard. I've had this happen as well, where you have a really clean Axe game. You're like, I got my Blink, my Vanguard, I got my Manta style, all I need is my shard, and it's not 20 minutes yet. As soon as it's 20 minutes, he's gonna have that as well. Oh my god. Lina goes down, and Axe gets the catch, and he gets the dunk. They could maybe have rushed in and used here, but maybe it would be too respectless. Pops the Manta, immediately sends them out to farm. I like that he's going for the Travels build on Axe. You can go Power Treads as well, but you don't really need Power Treads upgrade. So he's holding it. It's just gonna be Shard now, then his BKB loaded up. He might go for Travels before BKB, but we'll see. We'll see. If they get Aegis, I think you go Travels before BKB. Right now he has BKB queued up, but I bet if he gets Aegis in his inventory, he'll probably feel more confident and just take the Travels instead. Blade Mail and Axe? No. No, you don't go Blade Mail and Axe on this build. This is the exact build that I've been doing since the patch. It is exactly the items that I want, and Blade Mail is not core for this build. It's also not really good against the heroes on the Dire team anyway. Okay, Timber, you should be dying here. Yeah, there's no way for him to live. Nothing to say is popping off on his Razor as well. He's 6-0-3 in a Razor versus Lina matchup. I mean, this guy, I had him in my game yesterday. Actually, before the grand finals, you know, he played a pub with me, and yeah, he's the rank 1 player. He is. I don't know how he just made this game look so clean when he's playing Razor against Lina. Like that's a hard matchup, and I'm again super impressed by him. Very, very strong player. Okay, let's see if he actually maybe he's super disciplined and goes for the BKB. Perhaps it doesn't feel like he needs travels. If you just have proper rotation, proper map awareness, maybe he will be in the right place at the right time. But we'll see. When he buys TP, he may go for it. He actually catches the Furion, chain stun, and they're trying to get more, but not gonna be able to pop the Lion. Another big kill though. And Furion did go BKB, but that doesn't save you from that scenario, since it's an axe jumping you. That's just death. Hi, will there be spoilers here? For the grand finals? We're analyzing the grand finals, so yes, there will be spoilers of the grand finals. If you have not watched them and want to watch them on your own, then I recommend you do that first. Again, they're playing aggressive now, they're turning up the heat, and they have the BKB on Razor going in like a fucking madman, just rushing in. They do protect each other well. Clockwork with a nice disengage on the Razor. But meanwhile, the Axe is just pushing. I think he has to make a move. And yep, they smoke up. They blink in with Lion, but he gets caught, instantly dead, and now they are paralyzed and cannot make a move. Oh, Razor gets a Yules. Maybe Axe is in range? They force-staff their Axe forward. And he gets a beautiful 2-man call. Yeah. This game is over. I want to say. At this point, the game is over. They have already won it. Essentially. I mean, there's no way that this game should ever be lost for LGD right now. That was very nice. I like what they did there. Really like what they did. Yeah, the sanking force-staffing their Axe forward was so key there. If they didn't have force-staff, then... I mean, EG weren't really poorly positioned there, because Axe shouldn't be in range, is what they're thinking. They probably had a good understanding where he was, because he was farming bottom and then started running. So they thought they knew when he was gonna arrive, kinda. And then the force-staff, you know, pushes him closer. Suddenly, unexpectedly, you are caught out. It's not even going travels, it's going straight assault cuirass as well. Oh boy, that could be a kill as well. Nice Yules, quick fingers on Ozzed. He didn't have any vision, so that was just a nice reaction. He saw him here, clicked the Yules quickly. And now they're playing very aggressive. They took the mid tier 2. They're gonna take the bottom tier 2 before moving on to jungle, maybe? No, they're not actually gonna wait around. They're gonna go and catch the Lion immediately. Wow, Furion TP'd in? Actually, yeah, that might work out. Oh no, the Phoenix! Oh no, the Phoenix just dove right into a Clockwork. Yeah, that was a mistake. That was a mistake. So Fly's gonna be very happy with that. He got, you know, 2 kills. That actually worked out pretty well. Even so though, Lina did get killed on mid lane at the same time, so it is still a 2-for-2 trade. Axe with this Aegis is not scared of anything. He can just go in. He gets away before he could use. Actually, you can't use the Timber Saw if he Timber Chains anyway. He pulls himself out of the Yules with Timber Chain if you try to go for it. So Razor would have to Yules him before he gets the chain out, but they didn't have any chain stun that they were setting up for if they do that. I think he bought travels now. Yeah, now he has travels. And he needs it. I mean, you're against Furion, you're playing extremely big map now since you removed the tier 2 tower, and yeah, you want to be able to be anywhere on the map now as Axe. Why does he go for AC instead of Hyperstone? You mean instead of Moonshard, or? Well, I mean, Ozzed is just a good team item, and team fights are what's gonna close out this game. He could arguably go Moonshard, but he would be a bit squishy to the right click of Furion, so Ozzed just is the safer way to go here. This time Hoodwink is actually caught out. Clockwork can lock him down pretty well. Seems Lion might be the target. Lion gets a Hex on Axe though, but he still should not be able to get away here. No, he's dead. And they run down Clockwork. Now top lane is pushing, but Axe with the travels can easily go there. So now the split push of Furion is not going to be as impactful. Yeah, it's a position 1 Axe. It's a carry Axe. Just the way I intended. I'm so proud. He's doing exactly the build that I was doing as well. Up until this point, it's identical to the build that I've been doing a lot. And then instead of Ozzed, I would often go Moonshard and then replace Vanguard finally with Octarine. Maybe he copied me. Don't think he copied me directly, but I think the competitive scene did copy me a lot, yes. Like, I started doing this when the patch came out immediately and uploaded videos on YouTube after a while, and like 10 days after I start uploading videos of Carry Axe and playing a lot of Carry Axe, we start seeing Carry Axe and Core Axe in the competitive scene. Took them a while to adapt to it, but indeed. I mean, look at the attack speed on Axe with no attack speed item, really. It's crazy. Almost 2 hits per second. Well, now with the Hyperstone, yes, almost 2 hits per second. But even without it, he was hitting very, very fast. And that's the shard. You get 35 attack speed from it. Okay. Lion has the shard, so he gets BKB, but that does not help him. Again, trying to hook his friend, but Abe is just running away. That's the second time in this game that Crit tries to hook an ally and get out, but misses.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire structures fortified.
Yeah, this game is again so firmly in the control of LGD. And now they can just hit high ground here. There's nothing really to stop them. They have no defensive shove spells apart from like Chakram, but you can just sidestep Chakram. You also have heal from Phoenix, so he even has a full Holy Locket ready to pop a heal on someone.
Want to see what we do for fun around here?
Yeah, RGs is 0-2 and 4. 0-7-3, 0-2-1. I mean, both Ame and Nothing to Say have like perfect games going. 8-0-7, 0-7-0-9. You can't ask for a better game on any of them. And Axe's net worth, yeah, I mean, Razor's net worth is equally impressive to me, because Axe flash farms extremely fast, and he had a very good start. Razor was laning against Lina in a matchup that's not necessarily favored, and he still came out completely flawlessly from the laning stage and is doing fantastic in this game. So I would say that the Razor's performance is at least on par with how much it's impressing me as the Axe. Maybe even more impressive, actually. And right now, I mean, they're still doing the same thing though. LGD are leaving like no openings in their play. They're pretty safe. Yes, Razor is, you know, sitting top, but look at the way he's doing it. He's hiding. He's not showing. He's not revealing where he is. And when they move out under smoke aggressively together. They can go in. They have travels for top. Oh, Furion will die if he goes for more here. Yeah, he's dead. No way to live that.
Stack here. Unbelievable.
No way to live. And meanwhile, Axe using his illusions to shove the mid lane. And then TPing bottom. Part setting up, perhaps. He might actually kill Lina here. If Lina goes, she's dead. She's sentries. That's not gonna save you. You're dead. Yep. That's the power of carry axe. That's the power of carry axe. You can burst any hero, pretty much. The damage is ridiculously high. And this is the nerfed version of the carry axe. Now he has 5% chance to spin with, or 5% increased chance on his spin. At first it was 10% increased, so it used to be even stronger than this. And this is with Assault Cuirass, not Moonshard. So Moonshard would have been even higher damage, but this is the safe build that he's doing. The low damage build, if you will. Which is definitely not low. And now it's extremely tanky as well. And they're pushing. The courier gets sniped by crit, but that's like a consolation price, if anything. Do you think EG first game drafts can ever beat LGDs? For sure it can, but I do think that their draft is harder to execute. I had not just watched this game, and in the drafts I expressed some concerns I have with their draft, and a lot of things that I favor about the draft for LGD, like Hoodwink against Furion, you know, or the fact that they have so much more teamfight spells, or the fact that, oh yeah, let's just see here. It's kind of just a meat grinder, and they have nothing to go on. EG are going in, but there's no good targets. Since there's BKB... Oh, nice steal though on Aegis. Nice steal on Aegis by Abed. Doesn't really matter. But they couldn't kill anything. There's a BKB Razor and a BKB Axe, and that's all you see. The rest of the heroes are staying extremely far back. Completely safe. Yeah, I mean, there's no way you burst either of these heroes. They have over 3000 HP on both of them. They both have BKB up. There's absolutely no way in hell that you're killing Razor or Axe at that point. So they were desperately kind of running in, looking for something they could kill. But the rest of LGD, very disciplined, staying back, not making themselves a target. And that's the way that you play if you play Hoodwink or Phoenix anyway. So very well done. But even the Sanking, you know, having a lot of times he showed great restriction in how he played. Not hyper aggressive, but choosing his time wisely. So that was game one. No, I was gonna say one more thing. I mean, I always feel this way. I just do not like the combination of Lion and Lina in the same team. I feel like it becomes clunky and unnatural with how you position in team fights, where you are, and it's not so easy to say where everyone should be in the fight. Like, you're kind of operating at a similar range, and yeah, actually there's you could see this game. So let's just think range of effectiveness, right? Where you are in the fight. I want to do a thought experiment here with you, chat. So look at this draft for both teams and think, at what range in a team fight does a hero need to stay for, let's say, 90% of a team fight to be effective at what they're supposed to do? Okay? And you want to go over like every hero with this. So this is big brain time. But for Lina, that range is pretty much her attack range and her ulti range. And she needs to do a lot of auto attacking, so she stays basically at her attack range. The Lion, for the majority of the fight, probably sits back, but his range of initiation and range of effectiveness is actually the same as Lina. That's what I dislike about the two of them, because they're squishy, same range heroes that do the same thing. And Furion, in fact, is also operating on the same range. All of these are intelligence ranged heroes that are standing in, quite naturally now going to be at the same range from the enemy, if you still follow me. And that makes you very easy to hit with AoE stuff. Like Axe Call and Sanking Stun are naturally going to find a lot of clumped heroes just because of them having to clump. Clockwork and Timbersaw basically have to just go fully in, so they're also going to clump a little bit because they're both going to be fully frontlining. Now let's do the same thought experiment for Radiant. where does the hero stay to be effective in a team fight? Well, Axe is going to be, you know, balls deep straight into the enemy, basically. He's going to be in there. He's going to be fighting. He's going to be manifying. Maybe he's staying a little bit away to get his blink initiation, but his goal is to be completely right up and personal with the enemy. Okay, so he's fully on them to be effective. And then you have Razor. He stays kind of at the same range as Lina and, you know, Lion, as we were talking about. He's the same type of hero as that. He's going to have that range of initiation or range of effectiveness. Not initiation, range of effectiveness, right? Then Sand King, in fact, he kind of alternates between two modes. Either he's waiting for his ulti or he's kind of going in team fights. So he will sit back and wait, but then he will jump in. Okay. And when he sits back, he's far back. It's not like 600 range like Razor. It is like, you know, maybe 1800 range back, and then waiting for a chance to get close and ulti and blink in. So he's very, very far back or completely frontline. Then you have Hoodwink. Hoodwink is, I mean, the ulti has the range of initiation or range of effectiveness that is massive, the longest range of all these heroes here pretty much, to do anything, like Clockwork ulti kinda, but a safer way since you don't have to reposition yourself. And outside of that, it's a very elusive run around type hero that just, you know, throws a bushwhack, runs around into trees. Hoodwink does not run risk to stack up with people and does not make itself a target. In the last fight, you saw it. Hoodwink was just nowhere to be found, but still doing what he needed to do. And in fact, Phoenix is quite similar. All these three heroes have something in common, that they are not clumping up with others, they're staying far away, but still able to easily get what they need to do. So just by the nature of these things, this is just one concept in Dota that I don't think a lot of people talk about in competitive scene even. I'm not talking about casters, right? I'm not talking about casters, I'm talking about pro teams. I'm talking about pro players and high-level players that I've communicated with before, coaches and so on. This is like a theory of Dota that I have, that I came up with on my own, that I believe is pretty applicable in competitive Dota. A little bit less so in pubs, because it's really at the peak level of Dota that it's the most important. And that is the range of effectiveness of heroes and how they synergize in games. And from that theory alone, this is a massive outdraft. You can say a lot of other things and say that the draft is like still very playable and it's not necessarily a massive outdraft. But in this aspect alone, the clumping effect and the, you know, the difficulty to get value out of your heroes as opposed to the ease of LGD, there's a very big difference here. So, all right, that's game one. Let's go watch game two. But yeah, that was very impressive performance. Everything, honestly, the pace of the game was set from that first defense of the tier 1 mid tower. The fact that they didn't roll over and just give up that tier 1 mid tower, I think a lot of teams would just have said, we don't have Sand King ulti, we're missing stuff, let's not defend this. But they decided to fight it, and EG were not prepared for them fighting for that tower. I think EG expected the tower to die. The tower is also really low HP at this point, so they probably thought the tower is just gonna be given up, and maybe they can catch some stupid person who's there alone. But it was not someone alone, it was all of LGD playing very well together.
10 seconds remain.
Okay, so let's go into the next game here. We're gonna kind of rush through the draft a little bit. We see Nyx banned, Phoenix banned this time, so EG with a bit of respect to the Phoenix. Broodmother banned again by LGD, and Puck banned. I believe they banned Puck in last game too.
Enchantress.
Ench is now their first pick going into this game. So how do you react? You pick a Viper, so you can break the untouchable, and you pick an Earth Spirit with a lot of magic damage. Okay. I mean, it's also... Crit's Earth Spirit is legendary. It's, you know, second only perhaps to Jerax. It's an phenomenal Earth Spirit player. Terrorblade. Pretty early reveal on a Terrorblade, man, but Yeah, Terrorblade is great against Viper. I love TB against Viper, actually. Because you don't care about the spit so much, and your ranged massive DPS is so high, and you can burst Viper that way. A lot of heroes struggle to kill Viper, because you have to get close, and it's dangerous. Maybe you're broken, and you can't do what you're supposed to, but a meta Terrorblade will shred Viper. He will tear him apart. Clockwork gets banned out, Naga gets banned out by LGD, and Peel gets banned out. I think it's smart to ban out the Naga. I mean, Artesis Naga is really, really, really strong. Lion banned out by EG, Darkseer banned out by LGD. Yeah, you don't want Darkseer if you're playing Terrorblade. Too much magic damage in the lane, and then he gets illusions later on, and he can vacuum all your illusions, which also is dangerous. TA banned by EG. That's funny because a lot of people in my experience have complained to me before about TA and TB in the same team. The amount of times that I've been flamed as a TA player for picking TA when we already have TB. Oh, it doesn't work, don't do this. But we see here EG in the grand finals of a major banning TA when TB is picked. So they obviously don't think it's an issue. I, as a TA spammer with thousands of games of TA, do not see it as an issue. But for some reason, a lot of people believe that Terrorblade and TA cannot win together. Fun facts, when I used to play competitively together with Stormstormer, who would be my carry player, we both really liked being Terrorblade and TA together, because we could control the map in such a good way with traps and illusions. So it's just a funny thing where public opinion is different from what I consider expert opinion, which, for instance, the draft in the grand finals here, and hero spammers like myself on TA. So just interesting. AA picked up, very good together with Earth Spirit. Nice combination, sending the ulti in with Earth Spirit. Brewmaster gets picked, Storm Spirit gets picked. Okay. Storm is good amount of magic damage, and with AA ulti and Storm Spirit, Earth Spirit, you can burst the Terrorblade before he gets his BKB and gets really farmed. You also have good stuff against Brewmaster because you can go Orchid, so you can punish him. Rasta is a great reaction to the Storm Spirit. They probably were ready to pick a lot of different things here, but since Lion is banned out, they would probably have wanted Lion more. But Rasta is pretty much the best support that you can get here. Nyx would also have been good, but he's also banned. So yeah, Rasta is pretty much the best available support remaining to kill a Spirit. Actually, Earth Spirit would have been great for killing Storm as well, but he's obviously taken. With Arc Warden banned, Invoker banned.
10 seconds. 5 seconds remain.
And we have Faceless Void removed and Lina. I like the Faceless Void ban because Faceless Void with AA and Earth Spirit and Viper, it would have been so beautiful. It would have fit amazingly into this draft. And they banned out the Lina. I think the DP, I think Lina is a better pick for him here than DP. So I think LGD are very unfazed by the Lina ban. Wow, this is a really nasty push lineup. DP ulti, Rasta wards, TB. They are threatening towers in a way that Radiant are not. And they also have massive teamfight again. The teamfight is not bad on EG. I would say Viper's quite good. Earth Spirit is amazing. A ulti can be good. They go with the Furion again. Yeah. I mean, I actually favor LGD's draft a lot here again. I think their draft is, again, cleaner and easier to execute. I mean, yeah, it's a bit rough for EG that they don't have a clear frontliner with their draft. That's something that's difficult about it. I would say on LGD's draft, both DP and Brewmaster are amazing frontliners. They can just rush in, basically. But on EG, you don't really want to rush in with Viper so much. You want to stand and shoot, but you don't necessarily want to fully tank. You can try, but, he's not nearly as good as Brewmaster or DP at it. Earth Spirit is gonna roll in for sure, but this is a support. You can't really count a pos 4 support as your, you know, frontline tank, if that makes sense. So again, kind of coming back to the same thing that I was thinking before, I still feel the same thing is happening here, where LGD's draft is more natural, how they're gonna take the fights. EG have to be very clean. It's not a bad draft, but they have to be very clean about their execution in fights, and it's very, very... They run a big risk of DP just piercing through the front line, like just charging in, that nothing can stop her, kind of. Maybe they can, you know, sprout easy. Alright, so going into this, Ozzed obviously one of the best Storm players that you can find, if not the best. He is quite amazing at it. Going for the same build this time as Nothing to Say did in last game. Only going for 3 branches. He did 4 branches on his Lina game. I would say it's even more important on Storm Spirit that you get your bottle in time. So makes a lot of sense that he is prioritizing his bottle rush here. Crit, planted a ward and is running back. Could be really dangerous to go up this ramp, my friend. Oh, they see him. They see him with a ward, just barely. And he could die here. He could. They're running into body block. And they get it. Wow, that looked like he got that roll. That's gonna be a first blood to a Terrorblade. Oh boy. Oh boy, that is not what you want to see. If you're an off-lane Viper against Terrorblade, you do not want to see that he gets a first blood. That lane matchup doesn't sound good. I mean, never mind the hero, like, the lane matchup doesn't sound very nice. Because I was speaking in the draft how I think Terrorblade is very good against the Viper, being able to, at range, put in good damage onto the hero. And that is true in laning stage too. If you use your meta, you can really put a lot of hurt on this Viper here. We see same thing here, trying to bully a little bit, but Faith Beyond using the tree line to run in, kind of unharassed. And gets all the way down here, and then gonna use probably a clap. No, not clap. He's alone down here as they are setting up and actually getting a kill on Ice. And now that's Terrorblade with 2 kills. And the lane completely in his favor. So staying around top with the Rasta worked out beautifully. They got another kill. That's now 2 deaths on the off lane already for EG. And we're only 1 minute into the game. Okay, just rolling in. That's smart. I like that roll. He just rolled in to do some damage. He knows the Terrorblade is busy last hitting, and you know, it's free harassment. Good understanding of his hero again. Mid lane 7-3 versus 2-0. Wow. It is a amazing start here. And ooh, the kick into the spirit almost happened, but still there should be a kill. Wow. Horrendous start for Nothing to Say here, as he is only 2-0, and this is the 3rd creep wave. So after 3 creep waves, he's gonna have 2 last hits, and he died once, and 0 denies. They're absolutely, completely owning the mid lane right now. This is a huge advantage. They are completely getting, you know, crushed on top lane, as it's 11-7. Terrorblade versus 3-0 Viper. He's gonna farm the small camp here. I like this. He's finding something. Yes, Sublimar. Wow. This is really good. This is really good for a Viper. He's getting the most he can. I like the, you know, the way they play the lane now, that the Terrorblade is really strong. They instead contest the double stack, and they kill the Enchantress. And they do have the kill potential. And now he can go back to spitting on the lane. Maybe Viper can claw his way back into this game a bit. I really want to watch Nothing to Say and his perspective in this game, because from the start here, he's so far behind. Like, this is a... Yeah, and he misses that last hit too. You can't go, dude. You have to go back. He's gonna nuke. Or just hit stack. Yeah. He's trying to give himself recovery potential here by stacking up the small camp. He actually gets lucky and gets the kobolds. That's the best thing he could see right now. And I know they killed Terrorblade top, but I really want to put some focus on this mid lane. That kill was important for them for sure. It might help them a bit. TP did not use meta though, so when he gets back, he could meta. Oh, he tried to TP when he died? Oh, shit. Oh, no. Okay, that's really bad for him. Wow, TP was actually in such a good spot, and then he tried to TP out, but got killed anyway. And now he has to do the walk of shame, so that actually hurt so bad. Okay. This game looked really horrendous for a while for EG, but now looking a little better. We haven't really talked about bottom lane at all, so let's talk about it. They did a pull through back here with Vipian, trying to get some safe farm, but essentially this is a complete free lane for the Furion. He's even holding a lot of the creeps alive, double range creep, so he can deny this entire lane and still have a healthy amount of enemy creeps remaining. He's even gonna auto attack a bit to kill this, because he doesn't want to have too much DPS from the enemy. But yeah, I really want to see DP's weight back into this game, because it has started so bad. He has high CS now because he killed the kobolds. Okay, so his CS is looking okay, but 5 of those were just kobolds, and the other 3 were also small camp creeps. Now 3 more are small camp creeps. So while his CS is looking more okay, I think net worth wise, he is still 1800 versus 2.2. He's recovered fairly well though. But Storm also having a very good start. Now farming the big camp here. We've seen this camp stacked a lot by offlaners and post 4 players. Very common place to go and find yourself some farm.
Have you ever seen an axe as big as the one in Game 1 LoL? Even in PPSG, getting a Vanguard Manta on minimum 13 seems impossible.
I mean, when you say it like that, you're basically just asking me to stroke my own ego, Sneeko Fox. But yeah, I have, and it was me. Sure, I'll take the free humble brag. Yeah, I've been more farmed than he was. He was incredibly farmed. All right, let's not focus on me here. But yeah, he was incredibly farmed. He had better game you cannot ask for in a competitive setting as well. Okay, the DP ulti is used now. They rotated heroes. They have the Ench here to tank this 1400 HP creep with the summons as well. They're getting some use out of the DP ulti. They also have Rasta sitting in a very sneaky position. But now the rotations are coming. Okay, Hex to disengage. Storm very aggressively jumps in. I think they get the kill. Yeah. Yeah, you think you're safe, but Abed Storm will very aggressively zip in and find you one at a time. Lucian Rune, and he's actually gonna go and steal, I think. No? Okay, he could maybe have stolen. Speaking of stealing, Crit steals the bounty rune, so nothing to say, can not get a bottle refill. Now he can pull these creeps onto the small camp if he wants. He's just gonna farm them here. Okay, he'll farm the camp anyway. Oh, they did get Enchantress. But Enchantress also got the kill. That's funny. The fucking Ench creep got the last hit on the Viper. So she gets the return kill. Let's look at net worth more at this point. So yeah. Well, Furion has had a pretty free game. He's now taking a tower as well. Well, Furion has had a pretty free game. The Terrorblade is equally free farmed. They're actually neck and neck with net worth. The big point for... oh, Ench might be caught out. No. That'll be fine. Viper was a little bit too far away. The big point for LGD is going to be the next DP ulti, when they want to make a move with it. Right now, they're just tucking away and farming on Terrorblade. Probably going to give up map control. Bottom tower down, top tower going to die. Don't think they're going to defend this. Rasta just wants to get experience. Perhaps sneak and deny. But yeah, he's dead for even thinking about this. He has TP, but he gets it now. Wow. If he had TP, he could have just TP'd out, right? These 2 heroes don't kill you. But he He had like 3 seconds too long cooldown. If he had it 3 seconds earlier, he could have TP'd out. Pretty painful. At least he didn't waste his TP, you know, so it's okay. Terrorblade gets a very good item, the Ironwood tree. A lot of people favor the Possessed Mask on Terrorblade, but I think the Ironwood tree is even better, because getting that HP increase from the strength is extremely good. Because Possessed Mask, even if you're at 100% HP, you're still kind of easy to kill. So I consider the 6-12 stats very, very good for TB. But he gets the Possessed Mask. He's probably gonna take it, so he's low HP. Anyway, he goes down. There's a ward. He pings out that they must have seen me. He's pinging again. They saw me here. Yep. So we're gonna see someone try and de-ward that area soon. We see AGHS just sitting in the experience range while pushing with this W. And DP as revealed. It is time for the second ulti. He is regenning. But AGHS is coming in to defend. I don't think they can really just take the tower like this. He's ambitiously trying to get tower damage and maybe even get mid tower. But these ultis are forcing rotations, but not quite doing much more than that. We see sentry put down by... yeah, he's gonna find a ward. He puts his first sentry over here, his second sentry over here. And yeah, he finds it.
With me.
Now instead, I don't think... Here's why I don't think that LGD should defend, right? Like, naturally, this is like the first game. You don't expect them to defend, no DP ulti. So EG are going for the push. Extremely similar to last game. They roll in, try and go on the Rasta. They're gonna get him. It's only level 5 though, he respawns pretty fast. He buybacks even, so it's gonna be even faster. Now Storm... Wow, he has so much mana, dude. I feel like he has done so much, he still has mana left. Crazy. Crazy how much he can get done. This fight is working out really beautifully for EG. And now even the Brewmaster ulti being done, he should be going down here. Maybe... Yeah. No, he's super dead. Gonna be a kill for Ozzed. What a fantastic fight for them. I think a lot of it came to them getting that pick off on the Rasta before everything started. But EG with an absolutely massive lead right now, which is fantastic. TB was hitting creeps for, you know, quite a bit of the time. And here we see again what I was talking about, TB against Viper. He just slaps onto that Viper, man. Can't quite get the kill though. Storm gets the D rune.
Double damage.
And Viper is gonna keep farming, TB is gonna keep farming. But EG now with the massive lead, they took the top tower, they took the mid tower, they took the bottom tower, not necessarily in that order. But they got all these towers removed and they actually have every single tower remaining themselves. So this is a fantastic spot to be in. Map control wise, they are in an absolutely amazing spot. They're using a smoke now to try and invade, put more damage. They could gank mid since there's no tower right here. Hard to react and save. Oh. Actually, just Rasta and TB managed to get a kill on RTC. But they do get this kill on mid. And this is what happens when towers are gone. You can play hyper aggressive, like going for a kill here is just a result of towers being gone, really. Now they're invading, they want to take over this jungle. They know that TB is up here. He has TP ready, so he's probably gonna have to TP away and farm somewhere else. Running away will be difficult. He'll try though, but I think he's gonna die. They are TPing in to try and save him, but yeah, that's just death. That's just death. Oh, he gets the Sunder! Wow! The range, dude. I did not think he was in range for that Sunder. That looked like such a long range Sunder. Let me see that again. I did not think that he was still in range there. Holy shit. Yeah, this cast range is 100% lying, by the way. I go, what? He wasn't like... Like, what is that, dude?
Where are you going?
That cast range is 100% lying for sure. So the range is quite big actually on Thunder. Where Storms fly away. Well, he didn't want him to... he didn't want him to sunder him, and he also didn't know where the Rasta was at that point in time, or maybe in a DP. Like, you're going on a kill here, people could be here in tree line, using a silence, using a hex, using a whatever. So Storm was doing completely fine.
Stupendous.
Everything that went wrong was just that the Sunder actually hit the Earth Spirit there. Yeah, I think Sunder for sure has longer range than indicated. Like, no doubt. He was not in range of this circle at any point in time. Like, okay, when he rolled in on him, but that was before Terrorblade even started trying to cast his ulti, you know? I mean, it was one hit to kill TB. Yeah, but they would have killed TB in a proper way anyway, and Storm was not really missing damage. Listen, Storm played it clean, man. Don't worry about it. Storm played it clean. He zipped away, but he was still auto-attacking. He didn't stay right on top of the Terrorblade because that's a mistake, but he zipped away, and then he zipped to keep hitting. Like, Storm played it clean, man. Trust me. It was not the problem that Storm didn't, you know, didn't play it right. Yeah, at this point, it's very hard to come by any form of farming space. Look at this. Terrorblade is sitting in base. He has to make a decision. Where do I go? Where do I farm? How do I claw my way back into this game? So he's gonna go here. Meanwhile, his team is gonna try and move out and make any form of space for him. And he's maybe joining a fight, but mainly he just wants to come here and farm. This AGHA build. We have, what else do we have? Furin has Maelstrom. Does he have something more?
I'm dead.
Yeah, he has a hammer. Maelstrom and a hammer into the BKB. Storm Spirit has the Kaya and Power Treads, 1800 gold. AA is going for early shard. Okay. Good against Terrorblade. True. Also good for just pushing out waves.
Illusion.
Viper has Rodovatus and Veil on crit. So Radiant is pretty set on items. Meanwhile, AGHA, Hood going BKB, going for Midas on their Brewmaster. To be fair, Brewmaster doesn't really need any items to fight. He just pops ulti and then he's an ulti anyway. So you don't have to do much more than just ulti. And Midas is gonna allow you to get a higher level ulti earlier. What else? Going Link Dagger on Rasta. Still got a way to go. And 4 staff on Enchantress. Alright, looks like Terrorblade is going for the BKB second item. Yeah, they're gonna have BKB on Ame and nothing to say again as their second item, both these heroes. Okay, now we have a smoke rotation to defend the top tower. They know that there's a push coming in. And they're getting around. Oh, they've been spotted. Yeah. They know, they run. They're turning it around with Earth Spirit. Nice catch onto the Rasta. The Terrorblade, can he get a Sunder? Oh! Gets a clutch Sunder, but still gonna die. He dispels with the Brewmaster. It was a nice try to save the Terrorblade. But everyone kind of dies. Wow. A nice play there by EG. I like the turnaround with the Earth Spirit. They're now going to get the cleanup kill again. Brewmaster's the last one to die. Fantastic. Fantastic reaction. They ran away in a beautiful way. They turned around with Earth Spirits. They locked down Terrorblade with the Sprouts. They did, you know, everything right. He has Quelling Blade still on Terrorblade as well. But even so, the Sprout is still going to control you quite a bit. It can be hard, especially if you're standing in like tree line and then you get sprouted on a tree line. Then it can be really hard to cut your way out. I think before BKB, it's very hard for them to fight on LGD. They have to respect the Grandmaster Earth Spirit player that is crit. They deny a mid tower. They could have kept it. You saw how he hesitated for a bit. They could definitely have tried to keep that tower to just gain more map control and use it maybe to bait. But I think he was worried that there would just be Enchantress creeps or Terrorblade evolutions taking the tower. And then they wouldn't bait the fight at all. Move the top tower now with the smoke and that should be a kill. It is a Bloodstone on Storm, so he's happy. He's happy getting a Bloodstone charge immediately. Feels really good. Instant gratification on that itemization.
Radiant's bottom tower is in danger.
Huzzah!
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And now they're immediately going Roche, so EG doing a good job, you know, transforming their advantage here into something something useful. And with this Aegis, they could set themselves up to push more. I mean, they're actually doing so much damage to this tower with just an Ench creep. Holy shit, dude. The Ench creep is pushing so hard. 52 plus 70 damage. It's kind of funny to say, but like, just a single Ench creep can kind of just take a tier 1 tower over time if ignored. It's crazy. It's kind of what happened there. They hit really hard. So they get the kill on the Enchantress. Going Skadi? What? That can't be serious. That can't be the item here. I have a massive disagreement with this itemization. Please tell me it's not Skadi.
Dire's middle tower is under
I mean, it's Ice as Ice. He's probably just trolling, as always.
Huzzah!
He could just as well have had a Rapier there. Yeah. Now he changes it to a BKB. I'm like, what the fuck are you going Skadi for? Gork likes it. Offlane Viper going Skadi? I don't know, bro. There's nothing I like about offlane Viper going Rotovators into Skadi. Especially in this game. Maybe if you're against like a Lifestealer carry, against a Terrorblade carry, no fucking way in hell, dude. Never in a million years. It would be so bad here.
Gotcha.
If you want to mitigate heal, just go Shiva's. Shiva's Viper is not bad. That'll be something at least. I think he was just trolling caster. Yeah, trolling casters all day with that stuff. I see. Yeah, that was my thought as well, that it's Ice as Ice, probably just trolling. Right now, EG trying to look for something, and LGD very, very patient, man. Patient, respecting, they understand, they haven't seen anyone apart from the Furion, means something is amiss. Very, very patient. He wants to use a Midas. Look at this. Look at restriction. The control in this man. The self-control. Just sit there. Don't use Midas. Keep sitting here. He's gonna go now, I think. Next creep wave. There's no Orchid on Furion. He can do it. Nope. Nope. Damn, dude. Damn. This man has some self-control. He does not want to get picked off. Gonna go jungle. That's the safer Midas to do. And now he goes for this creep wave and quickly TP's out. Look at the immediate TP out on that. That's actually perfect to kill a creep wave. It is just enough damage to kill the creep wave. But they ignite in this. Yeah. Meanwhile, all the tier 2 towers are gone now. The entire map is yours. I think here's the thing. EG control the entire map, but they're actually scared of exactly this. The 5-man rotation, and they walked on the wards. They don't want AA, they want more. Don't you? Are they gonna go on it? Okay. I think you're just gonna get AA and that's it then. Oh, never. Yeah. Yeah, just AA. Oh. Actually, they did enough damage with the AA ulti and the zip through that Earth Spirit can find a kill on Brewmaster. Wow. So that smoke rotation, in fact, ended with EG getting picked off on a support, but getting a kill on an offlaner. We have a jump on mid with Orchids. They're trying to burst the Death Prophet. There's no way though. Rasta in good position here. He got silenced, but the chain silenced by the Death Prophet on the disable. They get a kill on Abed and they tip him. They tip him. That's Bloodstone charges lost. And while the DP ulti, you know, won't be able to go for towers, he can use it to farm Ancients now. Kinda... Yeah, I mean, they're really paying a lot of respect, man. LGD is playing some of the most controlled and, like, safe style that I've seen from a lot of... Like, in a long time, basically. Like, they've been picked off a lot, yes, in this game, but it's hard against a Storm and Earth Spirit to not get picked off, or Fury for that matter. But even after they get a kill on Storm Spirit, a lot of teams would open up. They would, you know, lift up their chest and say, we own this map. We would just go out and try and take over enemy jungle, maybe go for even triangle if you want to be really cocky as a 5-man move. But no. They literally move both their DP and their Terrorblade into triangle on the same area, which is something you generally don't do a lot in Dota, is moving your +1 and +2 to farm the same area, because it minimizes the amount of farm you can get, of course. But you increase safety. And that's what LGD are giving me. The takeaway from these games is that they want to play in an extremely safe way. They don't want to get picked off. They don't want to lose stuff. As much as they can. They do have the mid tier 2 towers still. Did I say before that all tier 2 towers was taken? I think I may have said that. They still have their tier 2 mid, at least. And they're holding on to their outpost, which is not so easy. Good ward here for Radiant. So they're gonna just try and burst the Eng, but she has 4 staff. She has a gem, so she wants to get the D ward done here. Oh, the Viper. The Viper attack range, dude, and the quickening, or Quicksilver, I mean. Okay, Rasta jumps in, drops the wards. Storm tries to target him down. Fury TP's in to try and help. Actually gets shackled up for quite a while. Earthspirit helping. 2 heroes still brought down already, and Terrorblade is trying to save the gem. He does that. Yeah, Brewmaster ulti is ending. They might still fight. Yeah, they're gonna fight. 3v5. They killed the Viper. This is, again, what I mentioned in the drafts. Fucking TB just shreds Viper, man. If you go a little bit too aggressive. He has Sunder, even though there's a ulti on him. Sunder can still heal you. He does that immediately. Yeah, they Sunder the DP immediately, and then she runs up a high ground and just dies. LGD are definitely looking, you know, a lot more even with EG in this game. First game was a shutout, but in this game, EG are outplaying them in a lot of scenarios, and LGD are making a lot of mistakes. Yeah, she even had vision. Dude, he greeted his BKB so hard there. He just walked up that ramp. He walked up that ramp with vision, but still gets picked off. Like, what? It's hard though. I mean, against Storm Spirit, you don't always have time to react. Level 3 Storm multi is a very fast zip. You might not be able to get your BKB off, but I mean, if you're walking up a high ground with like 30% HP on you, and you know the enemy are outnumbering you, if there's ever a time that you want to be fast on your BKB, that is then. That is the time. So now they get Aegis on Storm. What? Oh, really? Okay. Okay, sure. I mean, Cheese is very good on Storm. But really? You want Aegis on Furion over Storm?
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I disagree a bit, but you know, they know best for sure. This allows him to, of course, use his Cheese aggressively to refill mana in the fight. It has some nice parts to it. But there's definitely also something... There's definitely also something sad about not having a BKB or an Aegis on Storm. Now he's still a big target. He's still a big target in these fights. He is going for an Aeon Disc, so that's going to be his solution. He wants to have Aeon Disc as his defensive item. Good against Rasta, good against the Silence. Do I like the Aeon Disc from Nature's Prophet? He's going Aeon Disc from Nature's Prophet too. I don't like the Aeon Disc on Nature's Prophets. I guess I like the Aeon Disc on Storm. I don't know. I still would prefer BKB on Storm, but I don't know. I don't like any of these Aeon Discs that much, I would say. They get the pick off on Brewmaster.
Is no more.
Like, yeah, Aeon Disc does give you some mana pool, which is kind of nice, and, you know, HP is not too bad, but I still feel like if you had BKB on Storm, you're gonna be able to really, like, go, you know? And on Furion, I like his backpacking day on Disc. I don't really like it that much, though. I would rather see him have Vitality Booster in his inventory, lock it, and have the rest down here ready, then he could immediately unlock and have Aeon Disc ready. Now, if he wants to get Aeon Disc, it takes him 6 seconds to do so. So, this is an inefficient way to do it. This is, I would say, objectively the wrong way to do it. Like, yeah, you have your magic stick, but your magic stick is not worth more than a Vit booster, to be honest, anyway. You're not a mana-intense hero, you're playing Nature's Prophet. So, yeah. You could say that it's fine for him to have it in backpack because he has Aegis, but maybe you want to activate your Aeon Disc before you lose your Aegis charge. So, I think just having Vit booster in your inventory allows you to immediately do what you want. Because here's the thing, 6 seconds if you swap it, and no time at all if you just unlock it, right? It's instant. So, in my opinion, doing it the wrong way. And even Storm. Storm also has Aeon Disc in his inventory, and he doesn't lock it. He could have it locked if he wanted to. I don't know. Like, this is kind of nitpicking, but I don't really see a reason not to have a locked Aeon Disc in your inventory, actually. Like, a lot of the power of the item is that you can, on the first use, decide if you want it to trigger or not, and when you want it to trigger. But I suppose that on Storm, very often you will want it to trigger. If you go low HP, you do want to use Aeon Disc. So for Storm, not so important. But for Furion, I definitely think my point stands clear. Okay, Storm is really committing for this. He has a regen. Oh, the Hex. They're still not gonna be able to bring him down or anything. Furion. They forced one Brewmaster ulti. He's AGHANIMS by now, so he can do another ulti. They're silencing him, but that's not gonna work. So Orchid is on cooldown. Aeon Disc trigger. Storm can't do any damage right now. Has to disengage a little bit. Aeon Disc was triggered as well on... I guess they already went through the Aeon Disc on Nature's Prophet there. Terrorblade doing big damage. That was a really awkward place to fight though. Like, they zip really far to try and get that kill, and in the end, I guess they got some Bloodstone charge, but it was not really a good fight. You lose RTZ. RTZ is still a carry. You don't want to lose him like that. Yeah, carry Furion with Aegis, by the way. I mean, Furion doesn't really do that much with Aegis, I feel. Too much. I think he's much better of a cheese carrier than he's an Aegis carrier. Of course, I would say that Storm is a better cheese carrier than Furion, but he's also a better Aegis carrier than Furion. So, do you give him both? No, you don't. But I think you give Storm what he wants the most. And I'm surprised that Storm wanted the cheese more than he wants the Aegis in this game. Oh, yeah, did they insta-dispel the Aeon Disc on Nature's Prophet? Let me go back and see that, because I didn't really react to Nature's Prophet's Aeon Disc even triggering there. Let me just go back and see this fight again. I didn't even react to that. His Aeon Disc... Look at this. Oh, they actually removed it with Ench. Yeah. This is not even a good end. Like, this is not even a good game to go Aeon Disc. I don't know. They bought double Aeon Disc, but they have 2 natural dispels on the enemy team. I don't know. I disagree with both these Aeon Disc purchases. That was my instinctive reaction, and upon looking at it more, the fact that they have like 2 dispels, I disagreed with it before I even thought about that there are 2 dispels. But you know, the fact that there are 2 dispels makes it even worse.
Over here now.
No, I disagreed with it from the, like, even before then, because I don't really feel like that's what you need. I think maybe Maybe pop I don't know, nullifier over on Nature's Prophet so he can, you know, fight better against DP. I guess DP is not going for a Yule Scepter or anything, or Ghost Scepter or whatever, which a lot of DPs will go for. He's going more of a tanky build, so maybe nullifier is not so value. But I mean, it would still stop the Force Staff and the Glimmer Cape that's bound to come out on whoever you focus. Maybe nullifier, maybe Satanic. He's going Satanic next. I don't know. And Storm is still playing this game without BKB. He's going for AGHANIMS next. I mean, Ozzed is a better Storm player than I ever was, and, you know, better Storm player than I ever will be. But I still disagree with the itemization for this game, because I feel like he's still at risk in this game. And with how good of a start he's had, with how much they're owning the map, I feel like he should not be at risk in these fights. He should just be, like, cleanly dominating them. Like, he had to play... Last fight, he had to just zip away and fucking run away. He got hexed, and then he just had to zip out. If he had BKB, I think he could get the kill cleanly, and then fight a little bit, and then get out on his own terms. We have Bush coming from bottom. Satanic is up. So, EGF feeling ready to go high ground. Some damage being done already. Catapults are arriving. Yeah, this is a lot of damage. He got the fucking greater treants, dude. The shard is so good on Furion. Causes the first 2 trees destroyed with Sprout to summon greater treants. Like, that is so strong, actually. Because these treants, I mean, they have a lot of damage. And it makes it difficult to get out of Sprout, or more difficult. Terribly is gonna show himself top. I think RTC just pinged that he was smoked, so I think they already know that LGD are smoked. And Roche is about to spawn, but not that soon. Oh, I thought it was spawning soon with the timer. Timer looks weird in this. Yeah, not that soon. Yep, they have the Viper shard. Holy shit. Okay, hold up. Okay, here we go. They are defending with everyone TP's back, and no hesitation. TP just fucking blinks in with Agi-Blink, pops his BKB. They again just charge at them, and RTC is staying alive with Satanic. They're turning, going on the Terrorblade. Terrorblade now gets the Sunder onto his Rasta. The BKB on Earth Spirit preventing him from being a target. Okay. Ah, beautiful grab. Oh. Oh, Storm. Wow, so close. So close to being amazing. And instead it's disaster. Wow, let's see that, the end of that one more time. Look at from Storm's perspective. He is at 2000 mana. So he has actually not used too much of his mana so far in this fight. And look at all these heroes on low HP. So he gets unsilenced. And upon getting unsilenced, he does just zip in. But as he zips in, he tries to grab everyone. He wants the Terrorblade most. But look at that Hex. That Hex from Rasta gets him. He should have, if he was more, you know, disciplined. Or more time to think about it. Probably have killed the Rasta first, because now he got silenced as well by the DP. If he had gotten him, I mean, he doesn't have vision, right? It's a blind zip, pretty much. So it's not so easy. Yeah, he didn't use his cheese actually. Perhaps he could have just have zipped in, cheesed, zipped here, zipped back. You know, like. The fact that he died with 1500 mana and cheese. I feel like the hex is what happened, right? The Hex was very fast, locked him down, and he couldn't do what he wanted. But maybe his immediate zip in should just have been zip in, zip further, you know? Or maybe even zip all the way here. First zip, just fucking go, you know, and then zip back in. Because then we will have done like a scouting run. Of course, we have all this time to think about it now. He didn't have that time to think about it. He just had to make an instinctive play. But just seeing from like a mana point of view, he had so much more mana he could have used in his fights. Counter blades under the ES instead of his teammate Rasta while he was shackling ES. It still seemed like there was enough time. I mean, I'm not gonna go back and look at it again, but the ES was BKB'd by the time that the Terrorblade wanted to shackle, or Terrorblade wanted to sunder. His Aeonisk also procced, which made him do no damage to Terrorblade. Oh, is that actually what happened there? Wait, okay, hold up. We're gonna go back and look at that fight again, for those two reasons then. If we can see if the Aeon Disc had, you know, had killed the Storm there. Okay, now it's kind of confusing to see. Right. Yeah, I guess right now he could have sundered him. He could have sundered the... He could actually have sundered their spirits. The Rasta is probably pretty unhappy about that one. Let me see. Does the Aeon Disc actually backfire here too? He tries to kill. Yeah, Aeon Disc triggers now. And look at the HP on Terrorblade, dude. But the Aeon Disc is there. I mean, he still dies in the end there because the Orchid tick at the end kills him. Wow. Okay, I just wanted to look at that.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, I mean, if he had a BKB, you know, just makes you wish. BKB would have been strong. It would have been really strong. I really think so. The Aeon Disc actually working against him there. He's going BKB next. The benefit of this is that he's buying a late BKB, which is going to be, you know, long duration BKB late into the game. So that's the one good thing about buying a BKB late the way he does now. It's not completely without benefits. Terrorblade again with this Swift Blink might just go. Okay. Now, we might see a reversal here, where LGD try and take Roche. The TB is already in. Viper spits in the pit, but TB doesn't care. A ulti as well. TB again. Just pops his BKB. Is hitting. Ozzed steals it. TB got the cheese. Primal split. Chasing down. DP is going. Meanwhile, bringing down crits. Everything is kind of crumbling. RTC trying to right click. Yeah, you don't do enough damage. Dude, DP is turning into a monster. She's carrying this fight. TB has done a lot, but DP is the story of this team fight. And a silence, hitting both. Oh, what a silence. And again, there's no BKB, you know, like if he gets silenced on Storm, he's just owned. Holy shit, she almost silenced him again there. This is a DP who was absolutely destroyed in laning stage. Like, completely shut down. Like, completely crushed. And she is right now tied with Ozzed, level 25, highest level in the game. She's not even looking like she's 1,000 gold behind a Storm who's been owning the entire game and having complete map control. I might have to watch some Nothing to Say replays, man. He seems to be, he seems to know what to do, dude. This player seems pretty good. He did carry me pretty well in that pub we played yesterday, so I must say. He seems very competent. Only rank 1 player, you know. I hear an ambulance coming for EG after that team fight. Very nice. I think it's a bit late, ambulance. It happened yesterday. It's a replay. It's a replay, guys. Okay, item check. Let's do some. We have Trickster Cloak, Assault Cuirass, going for Divine Rapier on the Furion. We have Stormcrafter and Timeless Relic being greeted on Storm Spirit. While Ancient Apparition has Philosopher's Stone. I mean, I kind of get it, but Timeless Relic is pretty strong on both Earth Spirit and AA. I guess Earth Spirit has Minotaur Horn. I don't know. These are two big items that he's holding on Abed. But he is kind of the win condition. Let's check more. Force Staff, Ghost Scepter, Medallion. We have a Smoke Move and a Blink in coming. Yeah. They're going in on the Viper. Viper is going to be sold. Where are the creeps? Creeps over there. Yeah, they're going to try and push mid with this. BKB Ghost Scepter, Veil. Timeless Relic is on Seon on AA. It's quite good. It doesn't extend the duration of the AA ulti, but it does increase the damage by a lot, so. Okay, now we have this nasty push I was talking about in the draft. No DP ulti anymore though. But Terrorblade with range talent along with these wards, he's hitting quite hard. Look at that sneaky positioning. Sitting in trees, dude. They made sure to deward here so they know that they are hidden. And then they're just staying safe. Rasta trying to catch the storm, but he zipped far enough. And even if you got him, the storm would have Neon Disc to get out of there this time. Storm also has gold now to get his BKB. He wants buyback as well. But mid Rax taken. And actually, Dire being the first ones to take Rax is quite something in a game like this. But their push is much more serious than the push of EG. They only have like Fury and right-clicking and like Viper poison attacking buildings, I guess. Terrorblade going for a Refresher next. Not even Moon Sharding? Yeah, I mean, refreshing your BKB, your Sunder, your meta. Refresher is big on Terrorblade. It's really big. I bet it's gonna do some PogChamp swap. Swapping his Refresher and I guess Sanchasha or Hurricane Pike in a team fight. And just, you know. This is a scary Terrorblade. Holy shit. Yeah, they actually have 3 Refreshers now. That's kind of insane. Refresher DP, Refresher Brewmaster, Refresher TB. Every single core has a Refresher. I'm kind of missing a Blink Dagger on Nothing to Say, but the Refresher I can totally see why you want it. At this point I would go Shard even, if I was him. I think the Shard actually is quite strong, and with Refresher, you know, you could get even more value out of it. So yes, the Divine Rapier on Furion. Power Treads have been removed for it. And here comes the push. Holy shit, that's a lot to address. Storm tries to start by just going in. Okay, Furion is in. Furion is dead, dude. That's thank you for the Divine Rapier. Or maybe we don't even care about your Rapier because we didn't even notice that you had it. Oh, you had a Rapier? We couldn't feel it? Also, wait. Let me see that again. Let me see the start of this fight. So they A ulti, they zip in, they TP in, he starts hitting. And the Aeon Disc is instantly dispelled, dude. Instantly. And she removed it, like, immediately when it popped. I feel like these Aeon Discs were so bad for them. They haven't done anything. Maybe there was an idea about it where it could be nice. They actually brought down Terrorblade. He instantly buybacks. Now he wants to get there. He sells his Refresher, buys Travel, swaps it with Satanic, TP's in, swaps the Satanic back in. And he did use Refresher, so I mean, he's completely ready to do everything again. And yeah, the Brewmaster is not stopping, the DP is not stopping. He went Aeonisk before Satanic when it was 15,000 gold leads. If he had spent the money on either damage or Satanic for Rex. Yeah, I also feel that way. You're a carry Furion, you need to right click, you need to be strong enough to bring down, you know, barracks and stuff. And the Aeon Disc, honestly, against double Dispel, I think we can say quite objectively that it's a bad item here. If you take the time to process and think about Ench and Dispel from Brewmaster, I think we can easily say that it's objectively a bad item in this game. They probably had an idea during the game that, oh, maybe it's good, but I don't think they thought it fully through. And I think if they could change things, they definitely would have. But yeah, this game, they had a really good lead. They were ahead in the early game. They played really well. They crushed mid lane in the beginning. Ozzed played as good as you can ask against Nothing to Say's mid lane there. Like, Nothing to Say died and had 2 last hits out of the first 3 creep waves, thanks to a rotation from Crit and Ozzed playing really good in lane. And they also got really nice recovery on top lane, despite having bad start giving first blood to Terrorblade.
This felt like a tilted play anyways. They missed AA ulti on TBRDZ, basically went solo to right click a TB, who has more armor than a tank. 0 chance to work.
I think at that point they were at a desperate point in time, to be honest. I don't think the final defense matters much. It's not about tilted play or not. I think, honestly, at the end there was not much for them to do. I think you can say or do whatever you want, but at that point, like, there were 3 refreshers on the side of LGD, and they were extremely powerful. I don't know how you stop that push. I simply don't. With the heroes that they had, I don't see any way that you could possibly stop that push there. So they TP'd in aggressively. He tried to burst supports, I think, with Fury, and by TPing him on the back, I think he wanted to get the Shadow Shaman, ideally, and kill him before he does something. With a Rapier, you know, attempting to do something, but didn't work out. So yeah. Let's go into next game.
10 seconds. 5 seconds. It is Radiant's ban. It is Dire's ban.
You saw Abed instantly pop TB with Shard. They can kill the push. Yeah, they can kill heroes, but that was after they did a lot of other things, and then Abed came back to heal up again. That was the second drive-through that they did it.
10 seconds.
So, yeah, they could kill them, but the fight was extremely difficult and not easy.
Radiant's turn to Dire's turn to pick.
So yeah, let's go into next game. 1 second.
Lion.
Seconds. 5 seconds.
Hey Waga, thanks for the stream. Hey dude. Hey dude, no worries. We see a Lion actually making it through the bans. So Puck and Broodmatter banned out again, same as LG did in the 2 previous games. They are going with a winning recipe. And Nyx and Phoenix banned out by EG. They banned the Phoenix in last game as well, I think. Mirana and Axe coming back. Or Axe coming back, rather. Mirana has not been played so far this series.
5 seconds remain.
Templar Assassin.
Hey, I like it. Some TA pick. Razor band, Timber ban, Leshrac ban. Yeah, they're banning out heroes that are annoying for TA, Razor, Lesh, Viper. All annoying. Meanwhile, banning big tanky chunky heroes are LGD. They are removing stuff that's annoying to deal with. And then they remove AA and pick DP, so they're setting up their own success by removing AA ulti. Now DP can heal freely.
But in general, can you ever afford to go beyond BKB Satanic on your end carry? He basically relied entirely on Mjolnir to do any damage. BTW, I haven't heard you talk about it, but what do you think about Magic Reset game? Bad resources.
Alright, I'm gonna pause the draft for a second to address this. In general, can you ever afford to go BKB Satanic on your int carry? Yes, of course. You can definitely at some point afford to go Aeon BKB Satanic on your int carry. And like, ever is a very big question, and there are situations when it can be good. I mean, we've even seen many times Aeon Disc bot in games where you didn't expect it, or on heroes that you didn't expect carrying it. We saw, you know, a long time ago, there was, I think in 9, played Terrorblade and bought Aeon Disc on Terrorblade and made some big plays with that. Aeon Disc is an item that you can definitely at some point use on any hero in any situation, basically. So when you say ever, yes. Is this the game to do it? I disagree with it. I don't think it was good in this game. I think there are many reasons why you should not go Aeon Disc in that game. I've already said that multiple times. But ever, for sure. Basically relied entirely on money to do any damage. By the way, I haven't heard you talk about it, but what do you think about the magic resistance that minus magic resistance of that game? They had 3 sources. Yeah, the minus magic resistance I don't think was a big enough part of the game to highlight. I mean, it's neat, but I think that game is controlled very heavily by BKBs overall, and maybe even lack of BKB on the Storm. I think the delayed BKB on Storm was a big thing, but you saw the Terrorblade when he has blink BKB, just blinks in. You saw the DP with BKB just go in. So minus magic resistance, not nearly as important as just securing that you can win the fight during the BKB duration. And I don't think that he relied entirely on Mjolnir to do any damage. Fury and right clicks quite hard. Thank you for the donation. Let's keep going with this game. And any further donations or questions, like save questions you have about like last game or even this game until after the game. I want to focus on this game now. So DP Winter Wyvern, good heal combination. Good heal combination. So the AA was very important for him to remove indeed. Also setting up pretty decent team fight again. Winter Wyvern, DP, Axe. Really hard stuff to fight against. Meanwhile, on the side of EG, they would pick Tusk and Venomancer. Okay.
5 seconds remain.
I don't love this combination. I know Crit is like fantastic Tusk player. Again, probably one of the best Tusk players in the world, if not the best. So you can probably make it work here, but yeah, I'm not completely sold on the Venomancer. I always just struggle seeing Venomancer. I guess the Axe pick. Thank you, Sneaky Fox. Thank you so much, man. I guess the Axe pick will struggle against the Venowards. Venowards will lock down the Axe from blinking a lot, is the idea. Terrorblade? Okay, so they go Terrorblade. Terrorblade against Winter Wyvern ulti. Terrorblade against Axe Call. I mean, it's not bad. They do go for the T8 Terrorblade combination, which, by the way, was banned by EG in the previous game, and now we see them pick it even. So they definitely like the combination of those two heroes, which I do as well. I don't dislike it. My voice is kind of dying on me a little bit, so I'm gonna go and get some drink, and I'll do more comments on this last pick Naga that we see. Be back in 1 second.
Prepare for battle.
All right, so let's watch this game.
Thanks, guys.
So they pick Naga. They actually banned Naga themselves in last game, and now they pick it. So same way that same way that EG banned out the T8 Terrorblade combination before. Yeah, I really like the draft. It's Shao8 doing the drafting and the drafting and the strategy for LGD, right?
I'm dead.
Shao8 is known as the director in China, and
30 seconds.
Definitely a drafting genius, a legend in Dota. The fuck, that is the ugliest tower I've ever seen. I mean, not not that I don't like your face, RTC, but what the fuck am I looking at? God, dude. Okay, so Naga Illusion scouting a bit, and of course, it shouldn't be seriously threatening to deny a rune as long as the heroes are standing on the runes. You can't actually do anything to kill the runes before they pick it. It's impossible. But just making sure both heroes are... He's keeping them honest, you know? One hero has to stand here, one hero has to stand here. Or you will lose a rune. Keep your opponent honest. So we have Axe, this time offlane Axe. Not carry Axe, and there might have been a bit of a switcheroo debate as well by picking Axe after having Ame's fantastic Axe performance in the first game. Might have baited them into thinking it's a carry Axe, so they have this Veno Tusk, you know, which could be really strong against Axe in laning stage. If they were laning against the carry Axe, they would be doing really well, but they're against a Naga Siren, who is actually very good against the Venomancer. This matchup is hard for Veno, due to the fact that Gale can be dispelled by using Mirror Image, and Naga simply does not care too much about Veno. Even if you get Veno wards later on, the illusions will easily farm the wards and clear them. So it was a certain debate in picking the Axe first, for sure. Support Axe? No, it's offlane Axe. It's offlane Axe, not support. You could do support Axe too, but it's probably smarter to use him as a core in this patch. And here we see it's so hard to deny against the Naga. How do you stop her from farming? Like, you're trying to pressure, and they did use their Gale after she used her Mirror Image, which is nice. Mid lane, Ozzed is 9 and 4 against Nothing to Say's 7-0. Gonna be 8 and 0. Nope. The tower actually yoinks it. So far Ozzed doing pretty well. This matchup is not a bad matchup for TA at all. I don't dislike it. I don't dislike this matchup. And it goes bottle. I don't like the build on Ozzed. Like, I know this is a very reliable way to get early bottle,
Radiant's courier makes the ultimate sacrifice.
but I still don't think I like it so much. I might try it out. I might try it out for TA. I don't really like the lack of going for the Wraithband components, but it is more reliable. You don't risk not getting your bottle early, and bottle by minute 2 is very important for regen. So far, Ozzed playing a very clean lane. And looking across the board here, we have Naga sitting at 14 last hits, Venomancer at 11, mid lane is 14 to 18, of course, favoring the TA, and top lane, Axe is at 13, and Terrorblade all the way at the top at 18 and 4, shared stats actually with TA. Terrorblade is doing really good so far. Lane stage is working out, both teams are pulling. But Crit is actually contesting the pull, whereas this pull was uncontested by EG. I think the top lane will become increasingly difficult for EG. Oh, he's in trouble actually. Okay, that's the first blood. And now Terribly wants to be careful. Don't chase the Axe. He's low HP, but you can't really just go on him. The moment Vanguard is up on Axe, this lane is like unplayable for Terrorblade. He can maybe get farm on the tower, but the Terrorblade cannot do anything to threaten the Axe at that point. Holy fuck, the game knowledge of Axe knowing this creep wave would be there without actually seeing it? Yeah, but of course. I feel I mean, I feel that's actually a pretty basic thing. You should have a proper understanding, like internal clock of where the creeps are at what time. I think every pro player has this. Yeah, the creeps are always gonna be at the same place at the same time, so you just gotta like know. You can just it takes like 2 minutes to learn, honestly, or something. You just look at every lane and look at where the creeps are at what time, and you will like build your understanding. But yeah, it was a good heads up play though, to be aggressive like that. And they definitely found a kill that, you know, a lot of teams would have missed, or a lot of players would have missed. It was a nice play. I was actually a little bit worried when Miranda leapt in. She leapt in between the axe and the creeps. So she took the aggro from 2 of the melee creeps. And I was worried that they were not going to get enough spins on axe to bring down the lion. But she did enough damage with her right clicks and Starfall. I mean, this game so far is looking extremely good for the TA. TA is now 42-5 against 27-2. Once again, we see Nothing to Say struggling a bit in the early laning stage. But, you know, I have a feeling like he's gonna do stuff. So he's rotating to take top tower. Meanwhile, we should be seeing mid tower pressure here, especially with the haste rune. Oh, that's a kill. Yeah, this catapult push on mid tower, this is the dream for TA. You want to take out tower early, so that you open up the map. Like ideally you want to farm ancients as well, but this is a 6-minute tower, and the best reaction you could possibly do to DP making a rotation to another lane. TA is extremely good at pressuring lane the moment people leave. If anyone leaves and goes another lane, you just shove. She's probably, I mean, after Leshrac, probably the best mid lane hero in the game at taking tower quickly when someone leaves. It's like her, Leshrac, Broodmother, I guess. You know? Like, tower just disappears. There are other heroes as well. DK and Pugna. There are a few heroes that are also very good at pushing. For sure. It's just a general thing that often happens. A lot of these heroes that you're listing though, like Pugna for instance, very often wants to join for the fights as well. He's very good at countering. So if the enemy mid laner goes top, it's a very big chance that the Pugna wants to join that fight and counter kill. Whereas TA will literally never want to make a rotation. She will stay on that mid lane. You do not TP to your safe lane as TA. So that's the difference where even Dragon Knight, you know, some of these heroes might be interested in going and taking a team fight. But TA does not, like ever. So it's what you do. Anyway, top tower gone, mid tower gone, and bottom tower is also being pressured. They are going to lose it. And they are accepting that. LGD are not looking to defend it even. Wyvern is in trouble here, and so is Wyvern's courier. That should be a kill. Yeah. That is, again, a kill. You know, delaying it. He's getting RTC sprayed. And yeah, he's going for the Dragonlance build that basically everyone is doing right now. Naga has AGHA complete. She is ahead of Terrorblade in last hits. Let's see at the net worth though. The 4.5k TA is ahead of everyone. Then it's a tie between the Axe and Naga, both quite farmed. Then Terrorblade, then Venno, and then DP. So DP is again the lowest farmed core. But Nothing to Say has, I mean, really proved that he knows how to play from behind. Even if he doesn't get a good start, he just makes it work. In the first game he got a good start when he shouldn't. But in the second game he had a horrible start and still played fantastic. So let's see what he can do in this game. They're trying to get level 6 on their Tusk. Meanwhile on mid lane, this Venomancer kind of controlling the zone here a little bit. Axe going for the Blink Dagger this time before Manta, because this is an offlane. Offlane Axe is more important to get Blink. He might not even go Manta, we'll see. But quite likely he will. Manta against Terrorblade with Shard is very, very strong. And Terrorblade, actually blade mailing Terrorblade is not super effective.
Shadows, take us.
He has side blade range now. Oh, doesn't get to stack on that one. Inefficient.
Invisibility.
Inefficient. Bit unlucky. Oh, bottom. Let me see that. Okay, just the Marana Invis into call.
Invisibility.
Marana Invis call, Starfall to clear the illusion, and then arrows, but arrow doesn't even need to land. As the dunk is there. Good kill. Very good kill for Faith Beyond. That's gonna put him to his Blink Dagger basically. They did get level 6 on Tusk, but he's still just farming way up here. He's going for his drums, and he has it. Naga comes and she's gonna say, hey, this is my farm. She's pretending to be an illusion, but doesn't really matter. Oh, they're actually gonna try and fight? I don't know. They can't really go on a Naga though, with those heroes. TA should just be hitting creeps. This is a lot of time that she spent not hitting creeps, and that's not what you want to do. This is the one thing about TA and Terrorblade, is that you have to split the map a little bit, and right now it's Terrorblade taking over the triangle, so TA has like less farm available up here. And that is the main concern a lot of people have with the two heroes together, is that it's too greedy. You want too much farm. But TA instead joining up the smoke. Oh, they smoke into each other. The shard's not gonna lock anyone in place. Okay, ships in the dark, kinda colliding, not really, just passing by. TA? I'm actually so confused. I don't even know. Were you even smoked anymore? You're not smoked. Like, you smoked into each other, you saw each other, and now you're just running down. Like, you killed creeps and ran down. I have no idea what that was. I actually don't. Like, that was... Yeah, that was really strange. I think he just, you know, didn't know where to go, and then he went into a really bad spot, but that was like a really horrible moment. And okay, they get some kill. Winter Wyvern. Winter Wyvern doesn't matter though. Like, Wyvern dying there, if nothing else is able to be gained from it, this kill, like, yeah, it's a finger charge, but that's about it, you know? And that's finger on cooldown. So now when you're trying to go on Naga, there's no finger of death. So that's, you know, a little bit less threat for his team. So in fact, you know, him dying there, I'm not saying he's good, but it's definitely not bad for Radiant. It's definitely not bad. It doesn't hurt them. And now instead, they are the ones to get the kill, using the Blink Dagger on their axe. He is going Blade Mail, okay. Winter's Curse being used to set up. Was that full duration Winter's Curse? Shouldn't it have ended? Does the Venom word count? Let me see that. Does Venom word count as a unit for the... That's full duration. So Venom word counts. Huh. Okay. Sure. Sure, I'll take it. PogChamp.
Radiant should look to their middle tower.
I mean, the Venom word can't even get Winter's Cursed, but okay. I'll take it. Count for what? Winter Wyvern's ulti ends early if there is nobody close. It was a recent change to Winter Wyvern's ulti, and I actually don't think it's even listed on the ability in any way. No, I can't find it anywhere. But if there's nobody attacking the targets in the Winter's Curse, or rather, if the Winter's Curse locks only one person in place, it should end after, I think, 2.5 seconds, instead of whatever the duration is, 4.5, 5, 5.5. Yeah, it's not listed anywhere on the ability, but it was changed, and it was in the changelog. So, yeah. It was supposed to be a 2.5 second ulti, but the Venom Ward, despite not even being an eligible target for Winter's Curse, as in it was not attacking, it still counts because it was in the AoE and is an enemy unit to the Winter Wyvern. That's funny. If no eligible enemies are within the area for a total of 2.5 seconds, the debuff gets removed. Incorrect, because the Venom Ward is not an eligible unit and it did not get removed, so change that to enemy units.
There is little hope for Dire's middle tower.
What does eligible mean? Well, in this case, I'm just saying an eligible unit is a unit that can hit, right? Like someone that can be affected by it, someone that fits. But Venom Wards cannot hit, so they should not count for the description, in my opinion, since they don't get affected by Winter's Curse, but they still count. Okay, we have Lion trying to go for Nagas, but he was going on the wrong ones. Cyblade is doing a lot of work. Some Cold Embrace to try and keep his ally alive, but Jesus. Beautiful Cyblades. Beautiful Cyblades right there. I mean, the Winter Wyvern died exclusively to Cyblades pretty much there. I just tested it. Venom Ward does not count to prolong the duration. But there was no other unit nearby though, as far as I saw. Maybe it was already patched out. I mean, this did happen in a grand finals, so perhaps it was already patched. The neutral creep, was it really in range though? I don't think it was in range though. Like, was it?
Allies disappear.
Killing spree.
There's no neutral creep in here. What fucking neutral creep are you talking about, guys? Okay, here's the neutral creep. It's dead. There's the curse. Which neutral creep, guys? Which? And no, that's not 2.5 seconds. That's a full duration with Venom Ward. So, if it doesn't work anymore, that's because this happened right here. It's 2.5. That's not 2.5, because if it ends early, it doesn't, like, god damn it. Okay, let me show. So if Venomancer was ultied by Winter Wyvern, it will end early because it will not show this entire bar. It shows. Basically, if you Winter's ulti someone and they don't have anyone nearby, it will show as if it's a full duration ulti, and then it will just abruptly stop. And that didn't happen. The bar shows the 4.5 second duration, and the full 4.5 second duration was done. No, it was not 2.5 seconds. You can go in with a fucking stopwatch and look at it, guys. Trust me. Trust me. The Venom Ward did count as a unit, and if it doesn't anymore, great. That is a sign that we have a game where our developers actually look at stuff and try to fix stuff. It is clearly a bug, and if it doesn't work that way anymore, then that's a bug that was fixed. That's great. Nothing to be upset about, it's all good. So we have EG pressuring tower. Smoke from LGD. Do I want to smoke to defend? The smoke this way? Normally people smoke like this way, but ISSI is in a great position to reveal over there. Except tower still changes random aggro randomly. Yeah, of course, not all bugs are fixed, but bugs being fixed is something good. Can't complain about that.
Money changes hands.
Shadows take us.
Come and get it.
Okay. The stomp. Should be an easy kill here still, right? Even if he has a chance to get Sunder out. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Okay. Perhaps overcommitted. Yeah, now it's difficult. TA coming in with the Invis as well, going on the Wyvern. And nice, finishing up with a Psyblade. Very clean, very clean. Tested in demo mode, Venom Words don't cause it to go full duration. That's fantastic. So it was a bug and it was fixed. It's great. But that is what happened right now. In this game, the Venom Ward did cause it to go full duration. Or, for no reason at all, the Winter Wyvern ulti didn't end. But the only suspect for making the Winter Wyvern's ulti not end is the Venom Ward, as it was the only enemy unit within the AoE. Is it very unlikely they fixed it so fast? Nope, not even close. Fast fixes on bugs that happen in a grand final game. We've seen that like tens of times, 20s of times, hundreds of times. The amount of times that I've seen bugs get patched out that happen in a grand final of a tournament, that's extremely common. That is not at all surprising. Could Creep's corpses cause this? Creep corpses are not supposed to, but that could also be a bug, I guess. I mean, exactly what the bug is, we can only really answer if we are working at Valve and we fix the bug. Then we can talk about it. Outside of that, the only suspect I have is the Venom Ward, that was the only unit in the AoE. Anyway, let's drop that. It's irrelevant. It's distracting from the actual game here. Nice song coming out, setting up. They have two heroes next to each other. Arrow. And then they hold the call a little bit. They don't want to waste it on the arrow. So they got the Aegis down. Beautiful curse onto the Lion. Insta-bursting him. TA is just getting out. Means everyone else has to get out too, but you know, they all get out in a fucking casket. Game is paused. Bug. Microphone bug. Yeah, this game is looking a little bit scary. I will say this, playing TA against Winter Wyvern, DP, Naga and Axe sounds fucking awful, dude. Like, I enjoy seeing a TA here, but this late game is about to be very difficult. Oh, Venno is rushing Shivas. Yep. Okay, item check. Let's see. We have Naga going for the AGHANIMS for lockdown. So she's gonna have the BKB piercing, increased cast range, reduced cooldown, and snare. It's very good. It's very teamfight oriented to go for that. We have BKB Yules on DP, going for Travels next. The Axe got his Blink Blade Mill, Vanguard, and going BKB next. Mirana going for Greaves. Wyvern going for Poverty. Terrorblade going for AGHANIMS, okay, with Sanchasha. Sure, pretty good. I like the fear effect here. It's pretty good. BKB next coming up for TA. Very necessary that she gets this item before they fight. Blink Dagger is far away for Fly. He's really underfarmed. Well, or underfarmed. It's a pos 5, so I mean, he's just poor. Venomancer again going for that Shivas. And Tusk has Blink Dagger queued up as next item, but only really has Tranquils and Drums. Okay.
They wanted to kill everyone.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Well, looks like LGD are just kind of going with the speed here, you know, playing fast when they feel strong. They're not necessarily ahead by a lot, but their team fight is so much stronger. So much stronger. It's very difficult for EG to do anything about it. This Naga now has AGHANIMS too.
Shadows take us.
Mirana being a little bit cocky, but she can get out. She can get out. Still no BKB. A little bit more to go. AGHANIMS is done. A lot of items being finished up right now. A lot of items close to being finished up as well. So the travels are up on the DP. The axe is pretty close to his BKB. The Greaves are still a while away, but, you know, going for it. Going for it as he can. The TA is getting her BKB in 200 golds. Lion still poor. Veno still poor. Surprised they didn't go like 4 staff on Veno or something. I feel like the Shiva's second item might be a big commitment here. It's pretty good when he gets it. And they do need something to lower the heal, I guess. He's basically playing like a heal reduction Venomancer, you know. Trying to be the control for the DP. Veno just feels useless this game. Insert this quote into any Venomancer game. I mean, yeah, Veno against a carry hero like Naga. It was supposed, like, they got bait and switched. I seriously think so. The axe pick in the early axe pick baited them into thinking, oh, we can put Veno Tusk down here to deal with axe. We're gonna destroy him, but then it's an offlane axe. Surprise, you're laying against the fucking Naga instead, and suddenly the lane is not so much fun as you thought it was gonna be.
What up, Waga? What do you think about Clinks this patch compared to heroes like Faceless or Jug?
Clinks is alright this patch, not necessarily super strong. Thank you for the 29 months, Sick Monkey.
Shadows take
Okay, Mirana Invis. They do have a sentry here, so it'd be kind of hard for him to just run in. I don't think they're gonna run straight in either. They were seen. They were seen. TA traps scouting around. Oh, you're standing on a TA trap. Butterfly next item coming up for both Terrorblade and Naga, it seems. Oh, he's just about to have his Shivas. Soon. Soon it is up.
smiles upon me.
Very close to Blink Dagger as well. Holy shit, dude. So many people are close to items this game, like, for this stretch of time. Greaves are just about to finish up as well. I think Dire have hit their power spike when they get the Blink Dagger on Tusk. They need to try to do something with that. The moment they have Blink on Tusk, I think they need to do something. Because right now, Naga is kind of running away with the game. She's getting too much farm, she's getting too big, and she's actually a really good hero against TA. And not super good against Terrorblade, but definitely not bad against Terrorblade. Uh-oh. The BKB call. You don't have BKB on Terrorblades, and now you're locked in place by the end snare. Axe is just going for you. And there's nothing that can save you. The thing is, they didn't have Blink yet on Tusk, right? If Tusk had Blink, maybe you could Blink in, Snowball, try and do some saves or whatever. But they just straight up murder the Terrorblade, and there's nothing they could do about it. Now Roshan is compromised. Roche is probably gonna get taken by LGD without contest.
Dire's top tower is under
Maybe with contest, actually.
I could have
Okay,
even
apparently we're
shut
being
my eyes.
super greedy on our leap charges. Okay. That's a mistake. That's a mistake by Mirana. I do not know why he didn't just leap twice there, but okay. Or even 3 times. Just get the fuck out of there. You're out of position. But he definitely greeted.
Thank you, my beauties.
So Roche gets put on hold, but now it is instead EG that want to take Roche. They have TA, they have TB, and there's no DP ulti right now, so there's no better time. But AGHS is just sitting here. Oh Jesus, dude. Okay. He goes on a Tusk. Smart move. Remove the Tusk early from the fight could be really big. And beautiful Winter's Curse. And instant dunk. Venomancer is brought down. TA did kill the Naga. That is a big kill. Naga down, but I mean still the DP and the AGHS are strong enough to kill TA here. All the refraction charges are being sucked away from him. AGHS invis calls. Lion can probably lock him down, but yeah, this damage over time. Woo! He's alive, he's not alive, he's earned. He might live. TP, dude. Oh, okay, he actually hits this belt down. Never mind. He's 20. He's 20, we're cool. He's sticking around. Is he sending out the salve? Yeah, salves are coming out. I've been there. He also got salved by teammates. Trying to stick around for this fight. You cannot back to base, you don't have time for it. And again, AGHS is sitting same position as last time. You gotta keep in mind the Tusk can save people, so going on anything here with AGHS, if you don't see Tusk, is dangerous. DP ulti is ticking, so they are the ones stressed. He did go without going on the Tusk, but maybe just to bait the fight. Ooh, oh, the heal! Winter Wyvern saving the DP. And interesting song. He's like trying to set up for AGHS. AGHS uses call though, he cannot go. Yules to keep himself alive. And that's Venomancer dieback, right? Or not dieback. He actually didn't buy back. Thought he did. Thought he bought back before. No, he didn't. Venomancer kind of just made it back to the fight and died. Yeah, the heal from Winter Wyvern, man, it is very strong. You can see him queue up a Holy Locket as well, you know he wants it. Butterfly is done on Naga and not done on Terrorblade, so there's still this massive, like, power spike here for LGD. And in fact, every single core on LGD are ahead of Terrorblade in farm. Ooh, that is a very painful thing to hear. That is very painful. Every single core ahead of Terrorblade in farm. And again, the snowball to try and save, but the initiation might still be enough. The Naga is shredding into the Venomancer. The fear from Terrorblade was really good. Freeze to keep the AGHS alive. TA fighting Naga is not where she wants to be. She's just running in circles in this fight. 2 heroes dead, and TA didn't find any real clean hero to go on, or any clean initiations, let's say. Yeah, she's looking for stuff, but that's the thing. Naga Siren is extremely good against TA. You don't want to be hitting her. And if you do try to kill Naga, then you probably need a butterfly at this point. Yeah, competitively, it's very common to max Cold Embrace now. We've seen it more and more, seen it in some high more pubs as well. This either maxing Q or maxing W, and then all the other points in Cold Embrace. I've seen level 1 Q, I've seen level 1 W. Level 1 W seems a little bit better, because cooldown is actually the same on all levels, and the slow is the same, and slow duration is the same, you know, like everything except for damage is the same. So W is quite good as a value point. But Cold Embrace heal is very, very strong, man. 6.5% of your max and 45 base on a 15-second cooldown as well. Okay, so do we see LGD group up and make a play again? They have their axe on top. Who's going AGHANIMS? Ah. I like it. I like AGHANIMS in this game. Lower cooldown on your call is really good, and the armor effect is pretty nice too. I like it. Yeah, that's true. The shard can also lower the cooldown even more. 5 seconds lower. Then you have 10-second cooldown and 4-second duration. Top tier. I would not want to be a top tier 2 tower for Dire right now. Or Radiant if I'm at
Go for me.
Terrorblade eyeing it up.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
DP just going in and slapping the tower to death. Ah, she gets some help. Naga is here. Naga seems to be going hard as her next item.
Tower is under attack.
I like it. Good choice. You need some HP regen in these fights. And also max HP. And here it goes. They're on the high ground.
Under attack. Dire structures are fortified.
The damage is here. The damage is now.
Radiant structures.
Can they defend this? I don't know how actually. The T is looking for a way to get angle, and they arrow the lion. Lion is in trouble here. He gets called, he's dead. And that's no buyback. That all was set up by Naga AGHANIMS. And what the fuck, dude? The Venomancer is dying. He's dead. Okay. Okay, Venom. He's just gone.
Top barracks has fallen.
The end snare, look at it. He's just spamming it. And then they try to arrow, try to follow up with an axe call, forcing a reaction. Oh, he gets the BKB out. He gets the cheese out. He even uses Scepter himself. He is gonna be fine. They don't have DP ulti, so maybe they will back, but Lion is still dead. And Axe just goes in again, catches the TA. She has BKB. She doesn't use it. He comes back in the fight. Everyone is just dying, dude.
Ready for a comeback.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen. Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
Yeah, the illusions are just gonna shred this. I guess Venomancer is dead, so they just want to keep going. They can't even get Megas here. Oh, he has the shard on Lion. That's the Naga counter. He just has to get up there and suck. Kill these illusions. They're trying to like bait with Terrorblade and then react. They're smoked. That's a DP ulti again. Ooh, that's scary. So Dire are the ones to try and initiate. Axe counter initiates. Arrow onto the TA. TA has no buyback. TA is dead. And that should be game. Good game gets called. Wow. 3-0. 3-0. Fucking strong, dude. Wow. LGD played some really good Dota. Some really good Dota. They made mistakes, of course, even in the series. But overall, they played fantastic. They played fantastic. Thank you so much, Koopa Chef, for the Prime sub. Poor EG. Well, I mean, it's second place at a major is nothing to really cry about. Of course, winning would be nice, but it's not like second place at a major is something I feel bad for them about. They did good. They did good. This series though, LGD was way stronger. Yeah, LGD were fucking powerful, man. Powerful players. People have been saying getting Wings vibes from LGD. I don't see any of it, any of that. They're dominating, no question, but different style. Well, apparently they didn't drop any series in the tournament, right? They went undefeated in series, and obviously they have Wings players, so I guess it's those two things combined. I mean, they definitely looked very dominant in the grand finals here. There was not much of a slip up. Not much of a slip up. They made some mistakes, but it wasn't bad. Don't you think not going Manta this game on Terrorblade is such a big mistake? Ame in last game did the same, but his second item was BKB. Well, BKB is really awful in this game though. For like, okay, so I want to say it like this. Manta in this game, I don't like it because I think there's plenty of AoE damage to clear the illusions very fast, and I don't think that the Dispel is worth it here, and potentially Manta is even backfiring on you, giving more spins to the axe, giving more targets for the Winter Wyvern to use to hit teammates, possibly against both Curse and Call. I don't think that the Manta is going to be good. Also, Curse and Call are two very long disables that you can lower with AGHA. I actually think I would have gone AGHA here if I was Terrorblade as well. As for the AGHANIMS, I kind of like it here. I think going BKB for him is not really solving any problems because, again, of Call and Curse. Those are very, very annoying abilities here, making it difficult to itemize perfectly as Terrorblade. I think the build he does is the best that he can try for in this game. I don't think this game was lost by Terrorblade itemization by any stretch of the imagination. What does AGHANIMS do? AGHANIMS in Terrorblade gives him a 10-second metamorphosis that also creates, when you activate it, it creates a rippling fear effect that emanates from him at the center. And it fears the opponents and they have to run away. So it's a very nice way for Terrorblade to add some teamfight control and more lockdown to the team if you feel like you need it. And I do think they need it. So it does this. We don't have meta yet, so we don't actually pop into meta. You need to actually have it. So this is the TB AGHANIMS.
Out of my way.
And you can of course use it like this to split the fight, right? So if you are somewhat in the center of the fight and people are going on you from multiple directions, you can just click this shit and they will run in different directions. It really can control the team fight quite a lot.
Do they hide?
Yeah, apparently the creeps are not scared of you though. They are scared enough that they don't auto-attack, but they don't know where to run. So maybe they're just even more scared. They're like immobilized. Because you can be scared and run, but if you're so scared you can't even move, that's when you're truly scared. Yeah, petrified. Exactly. Nick's shaking. Yeah, that was interesting. Oh, fun to watch the grand finals. All I can say after that is that the LGG played really good. I don't think the itemization was the problem in the last game at all. I think the itemization was more a problem when they went to double Aeon Disc build. I think it was more a problem then. But in this last game, I don't think they could have done much differently.